Not in the business, you catching fever. Getting serious like empty river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. Yeah, yeah. We coming, yeah. We're gonna be coming. As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. Anywhere we meet up, speak. We're gonna be coming. Yeah, you're coming, yeah. We coming. We're gonna be coming. Okay, thank you. Today we'll be having a very good show. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Today we'll be having a very good show. Thank you very much. My internet, please don't mess up, please. Okay, share the video, please. Like the show and you share the video. Like it, share it, like it, and share it. That's good. Okay, guys, share the video, invite other people. Today we will be discussing some stuff like it, but we shall speak out no matter what. If we don't say it, if you don't tell your story, other people will tell your story for yourself. So we must tell our story. Please, today the topic we'll be talking today is rebuttal. I don't call it the rebuttal, and he spoke to the nation. Also, we'll talk about book that came out for President Weah from. We'll talk about it. Liberians, some individuals who are government officials and supporters. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about them. Pastor will be in the show today. We'll talk about him today, no matter what. He will be. He's part of our talking point. Also, I want about the CPP framework. This wonderful case because we can't sit back. We got to know the truth. So please share the video, like the video, and share the video. If if you can put it on your page right now, at least other people will follow it. And so we hard today, not too hard, but we sometimes the truth sound like lies and it sound funny in other people's ears. Other people used to lie, so truth is not a good thing for them. So some people are pissed off because we supported Mr. Cummings. They want us to support them. But listen, Liberia first. We follow our conscience, and it is every Liberian to support whoever they want to support. I will not hold you responsible, but what you need to do is to open your eyes At the end of the day, no matter who wins, it should be Liberia. At the end, no matter who wins, it should be Liberia. So, for all the things we're doing, going so pulling this way, coming this way, we want the best for our country. Keep George where you don't have a choice. If they say they're going to get George Weah, you don't have a choice. But one thing I will tell you that it will not be an easy fight. It will not be a fight. They will not allow that you can just walk through and get rid of them easily. People have tasted power. They're tasting it right now. All the honey, they will fight. They will fight hard, harder. They will do whatsoever they got. They have the advantage to do things. Please like the video. I got 16, 18% watching, but I see so far like the video. So if you can do that for me, it'd be better. That's all you can do. I know we're not taking pay. I'm not there to promote myself, but that's the only thing I can do, and that's the only thing you can do for me too. And then you share it. If you don't want to share it or you don't want to like it, then I don't think you want to look at something that you don't like. Yeah, not liking it then, or maybe they are the only two-person here following me, and the other 20 that people then who see that I can see that little thumbs up. I see good. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Yeah. If one person like it 10 times, it still go the same way. So you day we talk about the wonderful CPP framework. They took Mr. Cummings to court. Let me put it the best way possible. They said that original copies. But to be honest with you, we don't know the copies they're talking about. There is nothing they call ordinary copies or original copies. Mr. Cummings do not have in his possession any copies that Mr. Cummings for. Now, when the CPP document was signed for the first time, 19, the Liberian people rejected it and they decided to get lawyers. And they looked through it and did the amendments, came across and came to them. They accepted the amendments. Amendments. Uh, hello? Yeah, not by on live right now. But yeah, not by. But I'm not bringing. I just started. Yeah, yeah. Uh, okay, but listen, I already own that. Let me. Call me back. I'll go into the intro already. I already started. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. A lot of information. A lot. With small potato can receive some good juice. So did the amendment, and then you see the political leaders. They has nothing to do with the document. They accepted it and they give it back to them, and then they went through everything. Look, more went around and collected all the signatures 4 days ago. One on one with the CEO, Senator Zago and Stanton Waterspoon had a conversation. And Senator Zago told everything that he signed the document, and two, Mo Ali was the one who went around. But then Zago called, oh no, you know the case in court, so I can't just be talking about it. They knew exactly what's going on, my people. They know what's going on. They have information, the date, the time that they receive everything. But when you try to explain these things, our political enemies, the how I call them, have to come back to fight back and say everything you're saying are lies. That's their business. That's their business. But one thing I know, we will get through it. The political witch is clear. It's on the wall. You can see it. You can see it. It's not a joking thing. Just to do everything possible to stop Mr. Cummings. So we must speak. You must speak out. It will be a problem. It's not Mr. Cummings they're fighting. They are fighting you. And Mr. Cummings is trying to fix the system, the broken system, the corrupt system, but they don't want to be changed. So I'll be going back to court. We're waiting. Some people are afraid. Oh, if Mr. Cummings don't go, don't care the document, it will jail Mr. Cummings. Listen, with jail Mr. Cummings. And one thing we're going to say for them to think they will take that advantage. They will not. You listen to Mr. Cummings' speech yesterday. It was one of the best speech ever. My only disappointment is the time that I was presented, but nothing is ever late. Nothing is ever late. But listen, it's just based on with that's the same thing, the distraction. Cummings, he had to go after the state of emergency union. He had to go to do other things. He had to turn to other stuff. There are a lot of things on hand. Liberian people, please, all the yo that the people who the educated people talking, bear bear patient. Do not give up on the sea. If the sea people will not take us there, you will. If the sea people do not take Liberia to the changed land, you can do it yourself. CPP, yes, is the trying to use to that bus that everybody will get on to go to the finish line. It's just a letter. CPP collaborating this. But the other people say no, we can't force it. If your wife says you don't, who are you? You ain't got no choice. You just for now, CPP is still on. Yes, CPP is in autopilot because the chairman is not doing anything. We can't. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be so. But right now, the chairman is missing in action. He's not speaking. He's not speaking on. So you don't know what happened. I hope he's okay. But the chairman is not speaking. And Mr. Cummings will not speak for CPP, neither Yombly or Uri, chairman, to speak. And he's not speaking. So everybody now in a limbo. Okay, guys. But I will tell you, it's against Mr. Cummings. It's not a case. I know sometimes we have that emotions. Oh, let us sue. Let's do this. Let's retaliate. Listen, kill our ants, you will find it. You will see what's in the stomach. So that is what we're doing. We're taking our time. Let us do it little by little. Hey guys, let us come to the wonderful document that is out there concerning the First Lady. I want to take this time to apologize to the First Lady because she's the First Lady of Liberia. I want to say something here that Liberians should understand. Let us be real and honest. We should stop going on the surface. We should look at the cost, the root cost of. There are so many women out there, victim. When you check on social media in Liberia, cursing people all over the place. Today is the Friday, but I will be honest to you. President Weah, I know, there's a thing. In a cannot they cannot testify against each other. What happened? They will go. But I think President Weah owed his wife an apology. I know people not like him. To Spoon today. Sometimes when I sit and look at Spoon, they're supposed to be going to Liberia in February in this month. Maybe they're trying to clear the way. They're trying to 17. Talking about Mr. Cummings should go and call Mr. Weah and apologize. But I will say this: Mr. Cummings don't need to call Mr. Weah. He don't Mr. Weah. It's Mr. Weah responsibility. President Weah should apologize to his wife. Guess what? Stop pretending here as if what Ava said, whether it's wrong or right, it could be wrong. Who told him? When you look in the book, in that little copy, at the end, names of people who contributed to that book. They got Zoga Wilson, they got Rodney Sear, they got names of people, they got Bomadu Massacre. All the names are there. These are close associates, former associates of President Weah. For example, listen, don't look at me as an ANC man and don't speak as an opposition or you against me. Somebody come out and start explaining about my sex life and my wife. Who you think my wife going to blame first? That means I took it there. That means I took it out. I explained it to the men who start discussing women. When you and a woman go in a room, keep it to yourself. Don't think that you're making news. Today, everybody there jumping over the place. Oh, the first lady, the first lady. The problem is that he went personal, and what I mean, he brought out a private life outside. But I've admitted to it. Don't. We shouldn't pretend. Ava was chairman of CDC. He was chairman, and there things that had to, when you're writing book for someone, the people who write autobiography, these are close associates of you that will write down things in the book. They say, Joshua, man, I don't want to talk about it. Joshua from Niba County and blah blah. There are a lot of things in that book. Right now, you can't find the book. The book is sold out. It's sold out. But I want to say this to us. Now, today, you want Spoon TV. There should be ashamed of yourself. Keith Hassan should be ashamed. The daughter's man on the damn Spoon TV. On that Spoon. And CEO, what I noticed on your show, when Keith Hassan come up and try to change the topic, allow him to roll. When other people talking, then you push them, get involved. We watch the show. You only on the other people sometimes criticize my show, what I do. And we should take advice from the people that watch the show. We can't be doing this. You got 3 radio stations in Liberia. If you're telling me we know the games you're playing, you're trying to take this thing here and trying it and wrap, not going to work. It will not work. Mr. Alva, he's a grown man. Alva started his book before he even came to Mr. Cummings. You know what I'm saying? That's not Mr. Cummings' business to ask writing. If he say, "Oh, I'm writing a book," Mr. Cummings is not. But we knew exactly when Henry Costa got the information. Henry Costa was the one who publicized it, who put the fire on it. Yeah, he got a bigger. But I will tell you guys, sometimes I call that weak. But they were not doing it to Ava. They were takes to say, "Oh, Mr. Cummings chief of staff. But what they never knew that it took Mr. Cummings 24. Mr. Cummings proved to the Liberian people that he's reliable and he can make a decision. He can make that tough choices. Make the tough choices. Today, we still got a minister in government, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who got a sexual harassment charges on him and presented him as Minister of Foreign Affairs. We got a police director who got a sex tape, ejaculating on a tape, talking to another woman, and they had it all on Facebook, all over the social media. President we are still got him as police director. We got Beku where was laying down like one elephant in the room, and the guy took his. We still got him running around. So tell me, I've been Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings have made a lot of decisions. He made another decision more than this. But I don't need to talk about it because we know exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? But this decision was already made from last night. Mr. Ava accepted it, and Mr. Cummings said it. All this thing is so strong because Ava, chief of staff of Mr. Cummings, we know where it was going. Mr. Cummings must apologize. Mr. Cummings don't need to apologize. Mr. Weir must apologize to his wife because he took the. Now we're going by the book. We're going by the book. There are people in that book, contributors, who gave information, and all these people were with President Weir. So President Weir is the one who took his wife's sex life outside. You know what I'm saying? Now, Keith Hassan is saying that Mr. Cummings is aware. You listen to Molba Molu when he said President Weir was sleeping with XYZ on Molu tape. You saw another tape where two girls were all on social media fighting for George Weir, that President Weir said this, the other person said this, the person said this, and they were there and Fasa Gray. I know Fasa May Gray or something. Yeah, the girl from Noka. It was all on social media. Oh, the president said this, the other person said this, all on social media. Today, you won't come out and make it look as if Mr. Cummings is responsible. We'll take it from you. We will not take it from you. We will nip it just where it's coming from. Mr. Cummings apologized to the public. He apologized because he told Ava to resign, and Ava did it. He took that decision. Mr. Cummings will not tolerate nobody around him that will misbehave or will get into a problem, especially when you're close to him. He said all the time he had made the tough choices. What president we are doing to dismiss the foreign minister? Oh no, the foreign minister is still working. The ambassador in Nigeria is still working. You got police director who were talking to another woman and ejaculating on tape. He's still working. A decent proposal. Indecency. All on Facebook. On camera. Eh? When you got two girls fighting for the president. The president said this. The other person said this. The president is the one who took his sex life out there. He the one told his friends. Whether you're like it, you're in like truth is the truth. So that is wrong. The president needs to apologize to his wife. Not Mr. Cummings. We all condemn the act. We condemn the act. But let me tell you today, people think they will take this thing and tie around Mr. Cummings. Oh, no, you're wrong. You will not do that. You can take the Cloud Weir picture and put it on your profile. Whatsoever. You are not the only one who love her. I know Mrs. Weir before she became First Lady. I did Mrs. Weir mother funeral free of charge. She called me and I did the video and the picture for Mrs. Cloud Weir. I did the first video for Timothy County fee, free of charge. I sat with Clara in Florida. I slept to the place. We sat down. I talked to her. I know her very well. It's wrong. It is wrong. Now she caught up into it. It is wrong for her sex life to come out. Say when the street, when the house don't sell you, the street will not buy you. So all these things, if any librarian want to pretend, you see what we do, go on it. Because look at Prophet Key. Come on and talk about women. Curse viewers. Some of us that will come and start to speak the truth and talk politics. We got 10 viewers. The other day, we're talking about women. The other day, the gap between Mo Ali and the Mo Ali and the girl, Henry Kosa came on and cursed that girl that she's a prostitute. She blackmailed her. She insulted her. Then Mo Ali, the one that popped the cherry and blah, blah, blah. This is what we talk about. Our Munel Kisha will not disrespect a woman. So every woman, whether you small or you what, you of big, you or not, you are important. Today, you see what her name said, Pisota, all on the face on social media, blasting because they try to gain fame now with the first lady and the president. But when our young daughters were raped, Pisota did not come up. She said nothing about it. When all the young girls in our country were raped and molested and insulted all in the street, when Ellen Johnson was president and they had a woman on her pants and panties and they put ketchup on it, they were insulting Ellen Johnson. They apologized to Ellen Johnson. Anybody said anything about it? When they all on social media, Mr. Cummings that gay and they said that. Anybody apologize? Look, Liberians, we must come to ourselves if we want changes in our country. If we want Liberia to change, we should change ourselves. Nobody is important than nobody. Yes, she's the first lady. We condemn the act. If that man, if Alva was not or chief of staff with Mr. Cummings, none of you are going to say nothing. And I know exactly why Henry Costa publish it, and express spread it over. They think they are going to gain relevant. But let me tell you today, if you don't know Mr. Cummings is the one who do not, he think before he speak, before he take action. While you guys were there all over the place, Mr. Cummings got the whole information. He called Ava. Ava admitted. Ava just a co-author of that book. He called Ava. Ava explained to him the book is all over the place. He said, okay. He said, this is what I'm going to do. Now, it showed to you that Mr. Cummings, a leader, you can be his best friend in the interest of the country, in the interest of discipline and leadership. He take decision within 24 hours. Mr. Cummings don't need, it's up to Mr. Cummings if you don't need to call President Weah and say, oh, I'm sorry for woman. What President Weah will get the information? When I hear people say, you're right, you should sue him. You don't know. There are people in the book. Yoga Wilson name is in the book. Mamadou Masekwa name is in the book. Rodney Sear. There are plenty people name in the book. Let me show you something. I will read. Look in the book. At the end of the book, their names are there. These are people who they say, thank you for helping us, for giving us some information. Abuye, Ava, my friend and brother, Fred Colley. He said, up to you. Ava asked for pictures. I happy. I said, no. I would not give George. I said, George, we have pictures. It's all on the internet. I will not do it. And I knew that. I said, I got not to do that book. Thank God my name is not there. But for us to make things, all the things that will making it big because I'm Mr. Cummings. That Mr. Cummings, they getting at. That Mr. Cummings, they getting at. The other day, two girls was on the internet, Angie MA, fighting for the president. The president told that this person said this, they were all on the internet. How many times women don't go on the internet, go to president? We are. The man said the book is something that was said. So, Claudia, First Lady Claudia, we are supposed to understand if that true. Who you think had the news out on them? Nobody had camera on them. President Weah is the one that brought the news out. So President Weah need to apologize to his. We're not going. Keith Hassan, he's a dull man. He's dull. Fun all of himself. I think George Weah second look at him and say, the guy, he meant nothing good for President. This man left Liberia 35 years ago. But this dude don't know nothing about Liberia. This dude go on Spoon. He's representing CDC on Spoon. You got Mr. Doe on Spoon. When Dr. Richardson opened her mouth, they shut her off. Timberlake talking, because Timberlake now an ANC man, or he was a sedition. He tried to put himself in the middle, be honest, the best way possible, Ben Senvi and Dr. and Peabody. But when it come to, by the time Richardson opened her mouth, quarter of, look how dumb he on the phone, on Spoon, attacking women, only women from ANC. Eh? But I never heard this fool talking about President Weah, you need to fire the foreign minister. He never said it one day. And who got sexual harassment charges in America? Foreign minister can travel to America. Eh? All Kev Hassan see nothing wrong with this government. Not he tried to change the topic. When they talk about the Zogo, came up and say, oh, that Ellen Johnson, that is no, the Zogos are not no small child soldier. Some of them were 9 years old when 10 years old when the war started, and now today, if anybody who was Zogo and tell you say I'm 19 years old, I don't have a mind part. They live in the street. I have to shift blame because nothing wrong with President Weah. Then you got the audacity to open accountable. Mr. Cummings is aware of the book. You see stupidness. They are so rude and disrespectful. Keep aside, you are 10 disrespectful man. You too disrespectful. So the $20,000 that George Weah government gave you, you received $20,000 from there and you never deny it. If Mr. Cummings is aware, then I truth. So Mr. Weah is aware of Moluba tip. Moluba on his tip that President Weah sleep with different women and discuss it. So nobody brought a sex life outside, my people. This himself. It was not brought by nobody. So he needs to apologize to his wife. As much as I was saying, sorry, Madam First Lady, oh, it was not right. Yes, something got to make us to speak. Something must make us to for every woman. We must stop talking sleep with. We should stop bringing things outside. We should criticize people and condemn people who go on Facebook. See people on pages here insulting other women, using words on them, insulting people, mothers. Prophet King cost and he get 2,000-3,000 support to follow him, and they are all women. Tear him up. But some of us members, and other people come on TV, on place, they call people Salomon Swan, and they call this. Look, what we're doing to ourselves, we're not ready. We're not ready. Some of us will continue to be in our position and continue to be ourselves because we're not staying for it. We're not staying for it. Whosoever watch, you watch. But we can't stand for it. Look, I say this all the time. You see, women, they are the most precious thing that you ever have. They are the neck. If a man succeed, it's a woman. When a man fail, it's a woman. So women are they are the neck of the head. Without, If we cannot respect a woman, woman brought you into this world. Woman brought you into this world. So I should respect that dignity, their privacy. There's certain things men can do. Women will never do it. But we are the one, we go out there and discuss women. Maybe she's friend, my man, I slept with that one. It's wrong. Look, as today, people who really know kitchen, with all my thing I can do, it take time for people to even know if I'm going. When I was a single man, yes, I can change two, three, one at a time. I'm able to get two, three girlfriends at the same time and be wasting my time. When I was a single man, that, that's why my wife can say I don't have secret. I don't hide nothing. I told my wife who all I have, some of them I forget about them. So today, all I know, I never had no girlfriend. So you can't, if I even get a girlfriend, she wouldn't believe it. See, I can talk to her, I can saying that you can go in the restaurant, look through the menu, and walk out. If you don't order, they will not ask you to pay. I can look at a woman, my wife and myself can sit and I look at a woman and say, oh, she's beautiful. It's not a crime. I can tell my wife, I can be grandma, I said I get beautiful. It's not a crime. I can't until I can go park my car in somebody's garage, then it's a crime. You know what I'm saying? We think that way sometimes, but you can't discuss. Go if somebody go write something about me right now and say, oh, Mooney said this, and my wife know that that's true. The bedroom to go outside. How that message left in the book, they got names at the end of the book and telling them thank you for the contribution whatsoever. Do you know who all explained the story? These are all close associates of President Weah. Angel go out there. We know that he said, some of y'all do want, you see, we are wicked people like you. We are wicked. People who I see today posting, they talk about rape 1 or 2 times, Islam, raping our children, killing our children. Nobody said nothing. They got police director still working. He's playing with himself with another girl. But he's still working. President, we are still got him in charge. We got a foreign minister. We got an ambassador from Nigeria where the people rape the people's daughter in that place. The president even take the action to say, I am prepared in 24 hours to tell Alva to resign. Because it's distraction. And we will not sit there and allow anybody. And let me say this. If you think that you will put this on Mr. Cummings too, some people say, oh, no. Just how they think they can come out and lie, we will give it. One, this thing was exposed. Henry Costa exposed it to bring a new talking point. That is why Yombly came on the street this morning. I've heard Yombly criticizing publicly for a woman that was raped or somebody that was, tell me, Yombly never came out to tell the president, look, Madam, Mr. President, you need to remove your minister. None of them said it. On Facebook, telling that, oh, the president told me, say, may Fasha said this, and the president did this to you. It was all on social media that whole week. Criticizing, you say, but that the president own business. That the president business. Yeah. They put it in there. But it is your husband who gave the news. It is your husband. So all this thing we do, when we don't say the truth, we just hurting our head. If we can't go to the root cause to stop some of the nonsense, some of y'all who I don't have a problem with you, but I will not sit there and pollute my mind all the time and consider to know about woman parts. I'm not here for that. If I listen to it, I've called Prophet Key show before. If I can, if something important, yes. Other people who call people swine, who call people this. Henry Costa got on his show. He belittle a girl and says you're prostitute and this and that. You don't call a woman prostitute. No matter how bad it is, you don't. Everybody. Madam Firstly, if I were you, I would not even get mad. Not even take, and some of y'all who calling because of personal emotions. Madam Firstly, take the man to court. If you take him to court, more news going to come out. What? They were attacking in the night. They will go up supposed to say, oh yeah, they should arrest him and jail him. Liberia wouldn't touch shit. You know what I'm saying? Why do one for president we should go after him? Eh? The same people say, President, we are aware of the book. People say the book got some good stuff. It got some bad stuff. They talk about President we are mad. I think why she was raping and whatsoever. In there, book is book. Fiction and non-fiction. That's it. People got information. They take information from this place or that. The book got some good stuff for President we are. And it got some more bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? People, when you in politics, if you out there, know that people will say things about you. It's just that because Liberia, we should be very careful what we say about people or women, no matter what happened. That is why when we're criticizing, we don't go to the first ladies. The people said things about Mr. Cummings' wife. It's about Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings that gay. Anybody ever apologize to Mr. Cummings when Obe brought it up on my post today and on my post when I talk, man, Liberian people, you see how wicked. I put my post up. Yeah, Mr. Cummings, that family member, Mr. Cummings let man, he let woman. Roosevelt, I black him straight. I black him from my post. The other guy say, oh yes, y'all can go and say what you get. You can put all the Mr. Cummings is a damn criminal and he sleep with. I black him too. I look at it, I never requested friendship. I'm one of the person who's very hard to request friendship. It's not a bad thing for you 1 year from me. And I accepted it willingly. If you come under my post, your time, and we discuss the issue. I don't have problem. But if you come to me personally and you start insulting on my post, I get you out. In America, I in America. My eating penna in my house. The same way you love Liberia, I love Liberia. And you can't take it from me. Maybe I love Liberia more than you. You know what I'm saying? So we will speak is right. If you don't like the way I speak, because it's sounding bad in your ears, I'm not going to speak for you. I'm not insulting. It's the truth. If the house, if the street don't buy you, if the house don't see you, the street will not buy you. What was in that book, I believe it was said by President Weah. Because I saw names of who were very, very close to President Weah. Please like the video. So, but everything they're doing, they try to tie it around Mr. Cummings. Stanton and Waterspoon, CEO, you continue to put fire on the gas. You continue to turn topics around, to run, to have a talking point that Mr. Cummings should go. Mr. Alva is a grown man working with Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings don't control him. That remove him. I bet you it couldn't have been anybody in the CDC or Joshua, he would never fire you. He would never fire you. Remove. If that were Magay, he would never remove Magay. He would never remove Tuwe. And it is proven to police director. You got a solicitor general who people say that he goes on a ritualistic killing. They take people. You got a NEC boss that is charged. They charge her. You got a agriculture working. If that Mr. Cummings, he will fire them. So that Mr. Cummings makes such a decision today to show to the Liberian people that to joke. Conduct, you should conduct yourself accordingly. Ava deserved what he got. Ava wrote his book. Ava should have taught him wise and know that yes, I am the chief of office to one of the biggest political leaders in the happened to me, it will affect him. Any mistake I make out there, it will affect Mr. Cummings. So you see, even if you hiss your teeth on people, imagine people that are pool plantoon. You don't remember pool plantoon, they want to way back. You know when you drain, ding, 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 we drain. The just moving the that how we looking. When we open our mouth, people get very Mr. Cummings. Just imagine we talk, the people say, oh, that you're the one supporting Mr. Cummings. Yes. So Ava should be smart. You have been smart enough to know, and we must nip it and are calling on the all supporters of this. We must stop. Look, this is the beginning of 2023 from this year. This year will be one of the toughest years. Everything that will happen with anybody is Mr. Cummings. Anything that happens, they will attach it to Mr. Darius. They don't change the profile. He got the first lady problem. You know, all the guys are all bunch of sycophants. They are all they pretend. Henry Costa, he insulted the first lady before. Prophet King insulted the first lady. None of y'all said nothing. Call the first lady names. They said the first lady are criminals. You said nothing about it. Ran with it because you know what? It's involved Mr. Cummings. They thought they were going to have a turn point. Soon this morning, Yombly came out. I think Mr. Cummings, that just figure-headed man, I will just jump on and vest. Calm. I said it. Look, we might not be the big boys, but we make calls in Liberia. When I posted and say, I have done my research, when you look at it, when you go look at the book is sold out. They want the internet, they remove it. It's not part of it because we check it. We call Liberia, yes, it was confirmed. And Alva admitted. He said, yes, we did it. He and Clark, the other guy in America, Alva just arrest Alva. This is disgusting. It this and that. Yes, it is. Why? It should be Mr. Cummings' responsibility. They do not hold you for anybody's sin. Why it should be? You see how we deceive her? Mr. Cummings came and made a decision. We stay vest. Just take the Mr. Cummings, why you should call? Wait, let me answer something. Why they call Claudia and say, sorry, Madam Pro? He will make that decision. If he want to do it, he will do it on his own. He will not do it publicly. If you want him to do it publicly, that's why he works publicly. Because let's go by the book. If you piss off what in the book, then what is the book is truth. Let President we apologize to his wife. He had no business going out to tell people about his sex life. He showed up. Modu had it on the tape. You guys never condemn. Modu said the president go around sleep with women, and then he just 2 girls were on Facebook insulting each other. We went and told this other girl told this other girl, and they were on social media. It was a big thing that whole week. Any one of y'all criticize it? When Fina Bono, when we heard that, any one of y'all came out and condemned why Fina Bono slapped the first suspension anyway? Any one of y'all, why Fina should disturb the first lady? Even when she slapped the first lady, whether she slap her, she ain't slap her. Why? You're criticizing my people. Change starts from somewhere. We should respect every. It's not because of the first lady. This is going to the men. Your hobo Joe, your stupid man sleep with one woman. You tell your friend how you slept with her, what you did in a row. Your stupid men. Some of y'all got pictures all on Facebook playing with people's children. The big talk holes. So all of them get picture on Facebook playing with people's children. God need to strike you. You need to stop. You got pictures. Your biggest talk show got pictures all on book. I saw it, and it's a public record. Playing with people's children, taking picture, acting like you licking ice cream. Babies. But today, you're all on a social media trying to think that Mr. Cummings is responsible for Alva act, for Alva nonsense. Be out of your head. You might be crazy. You're political. You might be crazy. Y'all came to black voting and work. Your own document not working. Finger real. What not finger real. All kinds of nonsense. On this one man, Mr. Cummings. He took action, your verse. He said the one, your verse. Eh? He said the other one, your verse. He gave state of emergency. He gave state of, he addressed the nation, your verse. It came 7 days. But nothing is ever late. The message is what counts. And he broke it down. He broke it down. His vision in that speech. Then what the president gave us. Promises, promises, promises. None of y'all, senator, could not even call the president out to say you lie, to say you gave us false information. Mr. Bwaka, they won't play politics with it nonsense. What made the thing so important? We got things in like brother so important, but we turn this thing is President Weah and his wife. Yes, we condemn it, but we can't take it now, yeah. What we need to, Mr. President, you need to apologize to your wife. You need to set example. Because we got a lot of records. We got record where 2 girls insulting each other that the president told say this, boyfriend and girlfriend that going on with the president. We got tape, Molu confessing that the president sleep with the president and get a job. Eh? So just tell me, Mr. Cummings made a very good decision. He made it on time, and he was swift, and he decided, and he did it. That is how, if Mr. Cummings is president of Liberia, nobody will be charged for corruption and you still get a job. It's wrong. You can't get a sitting commissioner to court and still got a job. You can't get a minister of agriculture that the LACC and then she still have a job. You can't get a policeman, chief of police, who's supposed to instill discipline, all on social media, playing with his parts publicly with another woman on the other, and still got a job. You got Beku who are butt naked, laying down just like one elephant on bed, and still got a job. So then what do we rather want? Are we going to pick and choose? Are we going to pick and choose? Eh? Same way we got what Zogos was voted for President Weah. I came on my show so many times that this government is their responsibility. It is their responsibility to change the lives of their children. Nobody say you gave them money. And sometimes we don't look, people say, oh, they should take the children and find something in a place and put them there. To do what? Oh, the children there, we should go and get rid of them. One, we got to get rid of the drugs in the country. We got to get rid of the drugs first. We got to rehabilitate them. That when they come out, some of them will be a mechanic, carpenter, masonry, and 4 or 3 different things. And you can put them back into society. But government must take the responsibility. Some people suggested like we can collect money. But let me tell you something. That is nonsense that we can just collect money and carry it. No. The government must show us what they're serious about. Government, when the government try to be sincere, the citizens are happy to help. But the government made a $2 million, $7 million gets meeting, $14 million disappear. Liberians in America or Europe or diaspora should send it to Liberia for the Zogos. To me, it makes sense. It makes no sense. Government, we cannot be begging. Every lady, we will call donor conference. Listen, start process. Start your process. Or not for profit. What you do first? You got to register your non for profit. You show some seriousness. You get all the paperwork. Then so government should put in. You got $750,000 for Zogo, while the executive is higher than the agriculture budget, the president budget alone. Eh? We know the judge condemn your budget. That is his job. He's a officer. He know what is better. That's what he do. So he's not afraid to criticize you. He's not afraid to tell you, because the $785 million you went to, he suggested that Liberia can go to $1 billion. But in his 3 years or 4 years time, that means, well, how will you don't want to cut, but you stay allowing things to happen? All that late 30,000, all that project money, they gave the president all the money, but we come there. So this whole listen, I'm calling on the ANC people and friends of Mr. Cummings and audience. Because we like John Brown, we tough, we home, and guess what? The politicians in Liberia, that's the trick. They know. It's so sad that people in ANC are not typical politicians. They want to be. They're afraid to go hard, be on the defense here. We're going to go on the offense. Start to hit the game. Take the ball back into the middle there and see what's going to happen. I'm telling you in ANC now, you don't need to come out to insult. You must deliver your message good. I want to applaud and commend and Dumuye and Minipaki doing excellent in Liberia, extending the message from Mr. Cummings, saying the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let them continue to lie. Let them continue to lie. This identical thing came out not because they wanted to. Henry Costa posted it that the opposition, and then you can tell Darius Dillon came out and Yombly came out quick. They condemn it. Then they call it on Mr. Cummings. We want you to condemn it now. You're not the one going to tell Mr. Cummings what to do. Mr. Cummings from last night, he got the facts. He got everything down and he decided to take his time. He's not like y'all. When the last time y'all show me a document or condemn from Yombly Kanga when they rape in Liberia, every time a girl is raped, when Yombly Kanga condemn it, when she condemn it, but it came to Mr. Cummings now and Ava, that Mr. Cummings responsible. Your thing I have Mr. Cummings do a thing. Your thing we just talk because we want to talk. That Waka fool you. Joe Waka say he don't just talk. Why you can't ask Joe Waka why he speak now? Why Joe Waka have him the act? We never saw Joe Waka speaking. He was supposed to speak to what President Weah. He said one leg game. Up to now, he have not said anything. So you tell us. You tell us what is going on. What is going on? You tell us. You tell us. You let's stop pretending. You let's stop pretending. It's the only country we got. And we should treat everybody equal. It don't have to be John Brown. It's the same thing when big men sick go abroad and go for hospital. When they come in, you go to the airport and welcome them. While ordinary Liberians are dying. All children. It just some of the thing that is graphic. I can show it. And I want to give some message to Spoon again. If you go out and talk to one young Liberian girl, she explaining to you that she go on the street, she a prostitute, she make money, try and cover her face. Try there that no, you just play the audio. It will be better. These are our young children. Our young children. I see a lot of videos here. I can show it. I see some killing of people doing. You can show it. But anyway, it's social media. Social media, you can anything, but just for respect, watch us and laugh. The whole world watching Liberia say, look at they complaining about the first lady because somebody wrote a book and the person described the sex life of the president. All on social media crying. But we need to condemn every act. We need to condemn the president. The people who send the message out there, he don't want to give it to the people. We're not fool nobody. Careful, I ain't know a damn thing about President We are. He don't know nothing about President We are. He said, one day things will change. We might not be alive. Spoon TV. Today you got so you taking the advantage to run with a story to tell the people in Liberia. To run with a story. Look, Alva thing, that mess ain't damaged Mr. Cummings nowhere. And we call it on Liberians. This is how they want to fool you guys. Make fun out of certain people. They got people in Liberia that women have been abused in Liberia and nobody condemning it. Government officials raping our children and nobody condemning it. Pick and choose to condemn what they want to condemn. So condemning this act that it only went on the first lady. The president was the one who explained to his friends, who told his friends that everything that he do to a young girl, I buy you when the house don't sell you. So Mr. Cummings don't owe no one an apology. Mr. Cummings asked Ava for the interest. We don't want this distraction. It's only telling Liberian people that if you create any problem under the Cummings seal, the people charging you, you will leave. You can be a brother, you can be a close associate, you will leave. Mr. Cummings will not hesitate to remove anyone. So you see the difference. You see it for yourself. Mr. Cummings hesitated to remove you from near him if you embarrass him. I myself, if I come around and start cussing, Mr. Cummings will tell me, say, Munel, you can stay way there again. Don't call my phone because I don't want no trouble. I can tell you today. Mr. Cummings meeting and told us, say, guys, please slow it down. You can give the message, but we shouldn't cuss. Message, preach what you want to preach, but be on point, and you can bring the record out. But do not go there and start using Mr. Cummings saying, he said, I will not take it. I will not accept it, but you will know exactly what I'm going to do. He said every day. Maybe you guys don't know. Tell people what makes you to be a great leader is what you do behind closed door. We say more things to the people when you're in a meeting and telling them, God, you're sinning. I pray to God every day if I'm president. Let one of your cause trouble or you're sinning and see the action I will take. He don't hide it. In fact, he mentioned my name one time. He don't hide it. Eh? We must be honest to ourselves. Mr. Cummings. Everybody thought Mr. Cummings is going to sit down supinely and just be looking. While you were crying, Mr. Cummings already, he called Ava and asked Ava first. He said, what is the book they're talking about? While you were talking last night, call Ava and talk to them. Eh? Even I talked to Ben on that today. Right there, Mr. Cummings made up his mind. He accept all the advices. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I tell people, be very careful how you react to things. If anybody be my first post today, I tried to look for that carpet, but I was there. It was not until I look, I said, but what's going on? I said, let's be careful how we say. I'm not going to say nothing. So I decided to make my calls. When I make my calls, call Ava, then I found out the truth. Right there, I posted. I said, Ava should resign. Resign. That's why I said he must resign today. Because I already got the information, say everything is over. You said, so Ava deserve it, what he got, and I respect him. He's a good guy. He brought some things to Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings enjoyed the working relationship. Not the edit, the two person that wrote the book. Why only Ava alone? Ava just a co yes. Eh? But the people. So let us speak the truth. So Spoon talking about Mr. Cummings apologizing. No, Mr. We need to apologize. And what is in that book? If Mr. Weir says disgusting, what is in that book? If actually Mr. Weir saying, but my argument conclusion here, when you look in the book, look at what's in there. You know, if you put your name in a book, you contribute to something. Maybe Zuka was ever that the president can explain about. Even Zuka Wilson said some things behind closed door, but someone can say it. When I was supporting Joshua 2005, Mooney, you ought to know better, man. But he made some comments. I don't have a proof to show you right now, but he made comments. So these are the people that gave this story. I have our former chairman. He sat with Joshua before. He was not just chairman. He was chairman when he and George we sat in the same room. He went Maryland so many times. So the innocent person is the first lady. It's the first lady who's the innocent. And I don't think they say I'm going to sue him. That waste of time. In a real life, technically, bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I just want to make life fun now. But it's serious. You understand? If I were in that situation, I wouldn't have written that book like that. So even if I writing about someone, I don't sometimes he said, yes, this guy like woman, and you know his one of his weak points, like Bill, when you read the book of Bill Clinton, they tell you how Bill Clinton used to like woman business. In fact, one time Bill Clinton and one of our, and he said Jennifer Flowers or somebody were in the parking lot. How Bill Clinton used to go out with another woman. In his book, they wrote everything. That book tell you how Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton perform in bed. No. So you take that one out because the woman, she's the wife right now. You take that one out. Do not put it there. I don't know who advised you guys. You can't put that one there. Even with all the things, President, we are doing, people, children suffering. I don't just talk about his children. I don't talk about his wife. She the one that forced George we are into it. When you decide to get into politics, it's not your children that you there. So the children and the wife they are always they never push you into politics, but the name sometimes will get involved. They will sometimes see things and people will say things about them just to get to you. You know what I'm saying? All the nonsense people, government officials, sleeping with people, women, children, them. Nobody condemn it. We must respect our women. And you're with the women. They say some women going demonstrate. Say sedition. CDC women going to demonstrate tomorrow. They say they're going to Mr. Cummings' office or they're going to Harvard to demonstrate again. That nonsense. You're stopping. The same sedition women went out there and said a lie. They ready. You know the women that said causing problem. If I was for the self. When on their side, the other women will criticize the one, other women criticize the one. Now they say they're going to demonstrate, they won't go to Mr. Cummings' office. Every Mr. Cummings. But you know what? We beat them on the and we will not take it from anybody. And I will say this to people. Stanton, he's my friend. We live in the same neighborhood. But I would not be afraid to when it comes to Liberia, it's not about friendship. Today you in charge, you got radio station. Tomorrow somebody might get somebody else might get more radio station. Or somebody might come up with one radio station and beat your time down. But we must learn to say they're looking at the book, they're not even explain about the book. Yes, they must sue. You got proof? Yeah. People need go to court. You're going to expose everything. What Kev Hassan, because stupid Kev Hassan has saying that President we should use rest and Ava. If you arrest Ava, I think you doing good for him. Or because the Africa, because he wrote a book. If Ava was not chief of staff of Mr. Cummings, the book sold out. The book is out. It's done. You can't find that copy again. It's gone. It's sold out. Yeah. And then today, stand to be false information that Ava make $13,000 a month. Mr. Cummings paid $13,000. Mr. Cummings paying everybody in. That's the information that Stanton put on his thing. Oh, I got an info. Everything on Spoon, they don't have 100%. I'm not trying to condemn everybody on Spoon, but they don't have facts. They don't do the homework before they start speaking. When you conclude that I make $13,000, oh, Mr. Cummings gave Ava the first $30,000 to go to Liberia. Why? Why give false information? The information was false. Why Mr. Cummings will pay $13,000? How much Ava will make in Liberia in America that they begin $13,000 a month? Tell me. You go up there, get false. You use your network and give it. Everybody in Liberia listening to it. Up and talking nonsense. He have not been to Liberia 35 years. He have never stepped in Liberia. He don't know the history of Liberia. He don't know how Liberia. He had never met George Weah in his life. But he'll come and give you lies about George when he's speaking. Then and Stanton gave him a chance to speak. When somebody tried to speak, then he tell them, "Oh no, don't do that." You on Spoon. You attacking Dr. Richardson. You attacking all the other women, only from ANC. Today, then they say they want to have women to come on the show. Then you won't bring Kiase and you won't bring Piso for what? On your show for what difference they make when they were gender minister and what difference the other one making? Bring good women, bring local women, bring women who knows, who felt it, who out there. Don't go look for no officials. Don't look for me problem. When the last time Piso came out here to condemn rape? To condemn rape. When was the last time? Raping people, children. You got a woman, a gender ministry. The other ministry just for women. They say gender ministry. They mean that for women alone. They could make men say minister. Seriously. But so women working there. and they don't speak for women. That's not what our ministry was put together for. To defend women, to stand for them. Don't pick and choose because she's the first lady. Eh? But something now, you put yourself on record. All the people lay children. When I time to pick and choose this and that, the same way they wanted to arrest Mo Ali for that girl to come into they start pushing so. Then today, the same people now can condemn and they want to attack Mr. Cummings. So then when I listen to the radio before you only start speaking, oh, Mr. Cummings must condemn this act. You tell him Mr. Cummings drink water through your nose. Eh? You will fail. We will continue to tell Liberian people. People know the truth. The truth is the truth. We must let people know the truth. President Weah was the one who took the matter. He the one explained to his friend. The book is info telling me and I'm telling you. So writing book now, nobody should tell you you can sue for it. You people saw all the books that they wrote in America, all the different books. There are people president and write books. My only problem, you don't need person's sex life in bed. And you know, well, the president and George Weah had to marry this Jamaican woman because this Jamaican woman proved love to show him more care and concern, but not to talk about who tight, who not tight. You understand? I don't think it was necessary to go that graphic. But the way we're taking it now to making it look as if the biggest problem in Liberia. No, it's not the biggest problem. It's the biggest problem. The raping of our women, our children is bigger than I've said. It's big. The raping of the children, killing of the children, law and order, people, children, the Zogos is more important than cloud trouble. It was just a book. He said something about the first lady story, how they met, but he put it the way he wanted to put it. He need to apologize. He need to take responsibility. Please like the video, man. Please like the video, please. Eh? So that is the problem. But what about our children that rape? And Hassan Kia Zulu, they say he rape a girl. That case ain't go nowhere. They wanna let the girl die. So rape came from other aid. We got a foreign minister who come to America waiting. He got charges on him here, but yet and still he got a job. We got a put who were all on social media playing with himself, but he's still police director. The president can take that action. The president have not taken the action. When we go talk, the people say, "Oh, we got a tip where the president two girlfriends." And the president said this, the other person said that. Oh, hey, you went to the president, you think the president F you and blah 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 blah. All on social media. Y'all condemn it. Y'all ain't condemn it. During the Ellie Johnson term. Ellie Johnson and grandma to plenty of y'all. But you're demonstrator in the street and took a white on a pen on it all in the street like this. Nobody condemn it. None of the ANC and CDC people condemn it. No Liberians condemn it. That was not an insult. We did it to Ellie Johnson. We did it to Ellie Johnson. You call her witchcraft. You call her this. You get Prophet Key on his show, scrap women, and get 3,000 followers watching him. All women. Oh, Prophet Key, our daddy. Oh, thank you, Prophet Key. Oh, Prophet Key, thank you. Oh, yes. Call Joey, man. None of y'all condemn it. None of y'all condemn it. Henry Costa came out and trashed that lady girl. That I'm more Ali Papa Cherry. She's a blackmailer and this and that. He brought her down. But Mo Ali went after her. Mo Ali, when I approached her, Mo Ali went after her. You know what I'm saying? We the men can bring our women and story also. Yeah. Nobody say you can't talk about your woman. But there are a lot and I believe it that President we are Steven. Look there, the names are there. Look in the book. They got all these names. Zoga Wilson. So Zoga Wilson, the president lecture before. They been close. That his friend. He can always say my friend. So my people, but we got more problems in Liberia. We got more things to revisit. Gender equality. We got more in Liberia to solve the problems. We can't beat over it. We can't sweep it rock. No, we cannot sweep it. If they have the problem because they picky and choosing. When it happened this side, they go this way. Women demonstrated in Liberia and said they were lying on set for rape. Women came out and lied and said they are lying. Nothing happened. It happened with Jason Sibo. Accused Jason Sibo for sexual harassment. Women from CDC came out and brought that girl down. Why you do this to yourself? When you're on the side, that's how divided the country is. Let me go call Mr. Kev Hassan up. Mr. Kev Hassan said that Mr. Cummings spoke. Mr. Cummings was deceived in his speech. Mr. Cummings said this is not this country is not about country, Congo, Pele. You know, Kev Hassan, I don't understand. This dude don't know nothing. But he's representing CDC on spoon. That's why the people say stand with a spoon is a sedition. Because you got two you got a Doe who is a sitting minister. He's a minister of government. How can a journalist on your for show? Why? You wanted to bring them up one. You got Kev Hassan. Listen what Kev Hassan said. Kev Hassan said, so anything Stanton said, Kev Hassan agree. He said, if I will have to tell CEO. Kev Hassan to say jump, he'll say, ha ha. Because he showed but he late stopping. When he say, when Stanton tell you I say jump, you'll say, ha ha. No, one time Stanton yell at him on the show and cut him off. He came back again. You know, sometimes I don't understand. Look, let me tell you something. I would not sell myself for little or nothing. I would not allow myself to be little by anybody who think that they get cash and to me and they will just tell me things and walk away. I can take your money from you, tell you my damn truth. That is what you gave me something as a friend. Liberia is not a friendship. That friendship get us where we are today. That the nonsense of friendship get us where we are today. That President Weah cannot in his government. President Weah is still going on with the same cars. Cannot make no changes, no important changes. When he fire you, that means he's not the one that appointed you. He's not the one who appointed Eugene Fagon. Eugene Fagon was recommended by somebody and his name went on the list. So you saw the relationship between Eugene Fagon and Magay. We all know Magay is the president. Magay put his sister's name on the deputy minister of finance. And Joe, he's the president. He's the prime minister of Liberia. So when you see Joe, we have fire you. You know what? Even I bet you, the appointment for Isaac Doe was not done by President Weah. I challenge anybody because President Weah have asked on the shoulder. He don't know. There are a lot of people that work in George Weah government. They were not appointed by George Weah. Somebody brought them in. George Weah know the people there. Today, the same people, they all on Facebook were lying for you to come and play that your stupid game you won't play. It's not going to work this time around. It will not work this time around. Your game that you're trying to bring up, I think you just try to mess Ava up. If you say Ava was your friend, but the way you emphasize on it, so you actually push it. You gotta be. Don't get me wrong. Although your numbers come, people look at your page. Although some people are mad at you, but they still look. Some people don't want to be bad at you, but they look at your page. So you meet with certain group of people first, and then the honest people, the independent saw it and they were pissed off too, and they start talking about it. To my surprise, Yombly came out straight and condemned it. Darius, they don't have a whole press conference. Say, oh, we can't hold Cummings response. That a trick. That a whole trick. We're not saying that you cannot hold Cummings responsible. And people, yes, we defend her, we apologize. But we can tell our man, the man woman, they meant to cause the problem. This man who married to this woman, he's the one that gave the information to these people. So technically, he owe his wife giving, because we have seen video with Moluba Molu talking about the president and his woman business. We have seen video, two girlfriends saying that the president told me, oh, he said this, he did this to you for his sex life. So when we saw names distributed, and these people, and they told them thank you, and these are all associates of President Weah. I'm not saying I didn't want to talk about the sex life, but I bet you, I think it can be 100%, but it's 99.9 truth. 99.9 is what the president said out there. That's what Ava wrote. That's what they put in there. Yes, Ava shouldn't have done it, but it's not the only problem in Liberia. That rapes. I never hear us coming together as one to condemn rape. I've never seen Liberians for the first time coming together to condemn rape. Get it? Not because Spoon TV were able to $1,000 for the girl in Nigeria. No. I will still not agree. I've never seen the way Liberians came out this time around to condemn the act of Ava. I've never seen Liberians coming up to condemn all the things there. Even the auditors, the 3 boys that died, Liberians just talk, well, it went dead. We never condemn it. We never saw Yombli Kanga talking about. We never saw Yombli Kanga condemning them. We never heard them condemning it. I heard Henry Costa talking about it, but I never seen him pushing it like the way he pushed this one. Because that Alexander Cummings, chief of staff. I never heard the act that President Weah must fire the police that all on Facebook with his stuff in your hand, talking to different women. You never condemn me, say President Weah, you need to fire that man there. Cummings, you need to let Ava go. And tell Mr. Cummings used his own judgment. They fire the person, he said no. But you see Cummings, he see the rationale. If Mr. Cummings was president, I work in Cummings government. If Mr. Cummings was president, it won't happen. Yeah. Because public sent not correct, you're not correct. Not because the public say, oh, I will not fire the man, not because you're saying no. This time, the foreign minister, technically, he was a rapist. He tried to molest a woman in DC, in New York. He's still a foreign minister. President, we appointed him. And the nominee, guess what? They tell him that the senators are crying to do. The senators confirm his nomination. The senators confirm this man nominated. So tell the president, I think you need to change this man because right now the man got eh, the code of conduct states that every official accountable from on the job and off the job. They can hold responsible if you misbehave at your house. You see, but the senators confirm all the way the guy had raped men, they wrote the people, and they never even bothered themselves. So you see, it's not the president alone. The senators, Yomli Kanga today, she voted for it. She voted for him. The police director, fellow girl making love. And Bwekube lay naked. He feeding the people daughter. And knock us. What Ellen did to knock, he was minister of state. She said, "You leave that position. I don't want distraction." But because Mr. Cummings, chief of staff, wrote a book and explained what Mr. Weah told them when he was playing football, that the biggest problem in Liberia now today, biggest problem in Liberia history today, we can hear. We condemn it, we condemn it. Oh, that Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings was the one who blah 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 blah. Mr. Cummings. Eh? Why? Why it should be? Eh? My background small. Let me just change my background. That green screen. So that green screen. I played with a Joe house in Florida. Joshua got his. Him. Yeah. Yeah. The same. That same piano. That organ over there. Joshua had one in his house in Florida. Yeah. So tell me now. Let's be honest to ourselves. Your thing, we condemn it, but we got bigger problems. We got a bigger problem. We need to start talking about if we want to straighten up our country. You're with the women. Some of y'all, I see your own Prophet Key show. You send money, you do this, you talk. Oh yeah, Prophet Key, I'm gonna cuss it to you. Some of them come and show I black you. One of one say you want to play me out with your man. Eh, oh you describe my man for I know my man a woman. You know, but to the men, they are stop it. Discussing woman is not correct. Keep it to yourself. What you did in discuss you. The woman in second discuss men, you know that. You go and then go discuss you, man. Not worry. Man, not worry. So, guys, I'm not going to talk about it, but I know Mr. Weah owe his wife an apology. When he's sleeping, he would tell her sorry. But if that and she heard such a thing, you don't know it will not be. If somebody are going to write about me and talk about my sexual life with my wife, by the time I had water, because how the news went there. That's it. But but we rather make it big. Let me tell you the real truth. We make it too big. We politicize the whole thing. When you look at the book, the way he explained it, yes, and some of the stories there, I don't know. I'm not story or what is not true because I see names that I know, and there are names in that book that people who used to travel with George Weah around the world. These people used to sit on the plane with George Weah. So I don't want to say the Nima story or whatsoever. I'm not, because when you look at George Weah autobiography, he got different autobiography of George Weah. Different. Some of them I heard another one from when the lady from South Africa was talking about him, and the other one I'm going to quote exactly. Another one they say Joshua Ma was a hooker. It was so disgusting, condemn it too. When people are saying all these things, I don't know, man. It's just sad. But this, what is it? Madam First Lady, I know her, and she can't know me. I sat with her. I don't want to date her my funeral. It was free of charge. Nobody. I did the video and the pictures for her. I went to New York. I surprised them, and I did her son soccer game. She even called me later on and told me thank you and wanted me to continue to do some, but I was busy. So, hey, this is not about friendship. I love Liberia. I love Liberia any day, anytime. What I want to see good for my country. But I want for every Liberian to have the same opportunity. We shouldn't pick and choose. Yeah, we shouldn't do that. Today is the first lady. We're all over the place. I hope we do it for somebody else when it ever happens. Y'all go on Facebook, y'all see people insult, you see them insulting, bring them up, let's deal with them too. Let's deal with them. Women on Facebook, cause I saw one of girl. You must play with me. You know who you're talking to. When I finish describing you, look at yourself. She cussing her friend. And so it's what it is. But you want to play politics, we're not alive. We'll go after you too. We'll go after you to go that route. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what Henry Costa posted here for. So political game they were trying to play, but it couldn't work. And we beat them on it. So you're listening to Mr. Cummings' speech, and he said everything that you want to hear in his speech. Mr. Cummings is the only candidate who explaining things to us, who telling us that we can do better or better education. We deserve a better health care. We deserve a better infrastructure. Look, infrastructure creates jobs. You need a better internet service in our country, cell phone. You need a good electricity. That's the only way they will outsource job to your country. Yes. Nobody want to come here and be paying for generator and whatsoever. We got everything. Bunch of lies. They people been lying to us. No, you're even poor Mr. Cummings. Because Mr. Cummings is telling the truth, why they hate him. Because Mr. Cummings stand for something that is why they hate him. And that is not right. Liberians, that is not right. Now, they want to play politics. So let's play it. Where's Mr. Boaka? Where is Mr. Boaka? Mr. Boaka is missing in action. He was supposed to speak. No, we didn't see him. He have not spoken yet. Mr. Boaka is sitting there. And that's it. And the government is playing on the other game, try to go after Mr. Cummings, delay the process. Mr. Cummings down from campaigning. No, we're not allowing it to happen. And we're saying this today. Do not play your monkey wrench. Bring your monkey law, your how do you call this? Fictitious thing here that will allow it to happen. It will not go down with the Liberians. You should understand that Mr. Cummings got supporters. They had to stop. They throw the tear gas because they saw people showing up. But this time, protests would not be to foreign affairs. We'll call up our Liberian people, our sympathizer. They will come out in every county and just line up and put a placard up and tell the government to stop what they're doing. Do not infringe on the people's rights. The people have the right to support who they want to support. Mr. Cummings did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. You cannot bend the rules. Anything we're talking about. They got 3 boys that got missing. General have not done anything. We got people that were killed. That is the case the Solicitor General is supposed to take over. Nothing happened. Instead, the Solicitor General and the police got that this girl and her boyfriend were in the car and they died from smoke. You know what I'm saying? All these things is sad. You got a Solicitor General who the people talk about money laundering and he was involved in whatsoever. It's the killing. He been killing people before, and he's wicked. Everyone who knows Serena Seaford, they say he's a wicked guy. He did it to flow the agriculture ministry there. He's wicked. He's wicked, very, very wicked. I see why they say he got sting moth too. Very wicked. He wants to be the minister of justice. Government will rather go down for truth. Eh? He he telling Musa doing things, he disrespecting him. He's there to do the dirty work. But pay for everything. They will pay for everything. Talking about Mr. Cummings should bring the original copies. Neck. Why you can't call neck original copies? Eh? Why you can't call neck? Let me show you something here. On May 19, it was signed on May 19 by Zoom because of the COVID. Signed on May 19. On May 20th, the CPP asked for the legal advice and revised framework. On the next day, they got a lawyer because Liberians turned against it. June 19, legal advisors submitted the revised framework document. On June 22nd, ANC submitted, look at signature, on June 22nd, 2020. That's when they submitted everyone copied through of the COVID. Everybody had it through WhatsApp. On the 22nd, that the record reading. Then on June 23rd, the CPP and legal review the revised document, political party, and approve it. Which when you amend something, the old once you revise any constitution, the old one, because what you doing, you go on the computer and take it out, keep it. Then on June 25th, ANC sent senator meeting to all parties with deadline for July 13. So they all, and when ANC sent a message to them and said, listen, we're supposed to beat the deadline. We're supposed to be at July. Okay. July 6th, all parties submitted signed resolution. These are the things that we should have shown people a long time. All these things, everybody got this copy. You're listening to Zago, and yeah. That's when on this day, on July 14, Mo Ali went back on July 14, admitted on that one. On Mo Ali submitted a single sheet, a single signature sheet by to the ANC. Zago or what admitted that self was together when Mo Ali brought the sheet to sign. We've been seeing it to you a long time, but you're in late. sometimes the way you give the information, the information should be out there. But you see, host, he will not give it. Spoon TV responsibility to show these things. Some of us here, we poo platoon. We can't go. So Mo Ali was the one who went around and got the signature sheet and gave it to the SG notarized framework on the 14th of July. After they gave it to him, they notarized it. Then on August 14, that's when NEC, that everybody knew about. August 14, that when they had a certification to satisfy an ANC that, so they beat the deadline for the 2020 by election, not by election, May 10 election. So they beat it. That on August. So all that thing you're hearing Costa was saying, oh, this one, that is true, you're saying, but you're not saying it right, you are lying. So tell me, my people, some of us say, I will consider some of you guys very smart. But when you go through a framework document and you revise it, once you agree, the committee members sign. And on that signing sheet, they got a lot of people, all the guys who signed the document, that all of them complaining about, oh, we didn't do this, oh, we didn't do the other one. But they signed it. Let me see something. Let me call their names. Then, because they lied, that's how the Deputy Secretary General of ANC, when they brought the whole copy, that's how they went and gave them copies. Only one to rise. Mr. Ure lied that he gave 5 copies, that plain a lie. So the Solicitor General charged Mr. Cummings on deceit. Oh, Mr. Ure said they gave you 5 copies. So the witnesses that Mr. Mo Ali, that Yombli Kanga, and that Mr. Bwaka, y'all bring the witness. Mr. Cummings' lawyer will summon the lawyers too. And when you bring Joe Bwaka, that the biggest mistake he will ever make in his life to ever go stand up there. Because our lawyer will cross-examine him. Why they can't call the lawyers? No, they can't call the lawyers. Instead of calling the lawyer to push the case, no, they calling somebody who already against Mr. Cummings. They want to bring Yombli Kanga, who against Mr. Cummings. They bring in Joe Bwaka, who against Mr. Cummings. They bring in Mo Ali, who against Mr. Cummings. They're not bringing the lawyers who did the work. To subpoena NEC to bring a document. But they say Mr. Cummings should bring a document that he don't have in possession. So all in all, what they want from Mr. Cummings is to bring the document from NEC so they will disturb, so they will dissolve everything. What they're looking for, to dissolve the CPP. Mr. Cummings is not going to do it. And they say they left. Check it. Let them go register. Let them go and register as ALP. And UP been leaving St. Charlie Quintan. They ain't leave yet. They stay there. Well, you say that nobody can leave. And then on that same tip, Yombly said, they asked Yombly about it after they finished, the journalist asked, but what's going on about the consensus building? She said, oh, the consensus building is supposed to start now to this and this and that. But how do you know it was supposed to start when you say you don't have a document? You say, oh, but I seen the you say, we don't even have a working document, so we don't know which different type. If you got different type, which one are you looking at and say the consensus building is supposed to be from this to November? Which one are you looking at? So which one you are looking at to say you're supposed to actually stay there for 8 months or 9 months? So which are the document that tells you that? And all the documents us. Every decision will be done by consensus. All the two documents, the first one and the second one. The only one that in the second one, they said that nobody will leave until after 2023. But you want, so listen, if you say you want to hold together anything in the document for the whole year together, that nobody should leave, they think that you join here. They porous society you joining, they Sunday bush here. When you can't inside here, anything you see here, you will keep it to yourself. That's it right there. That's why Mr. Ure said, anybody who leave, you must hold us responsible. Because he knew all in there. He knew exactly, what was in that thing. You see that? So I don't know why Liberians doing this. So it's clear. Before they say it was Musa Belete who were undermining, he working for George Weah. Now that Mr. Ure working for George Weah. Because when you dismantle CPP, George Weah chances increase. That means he got a chance to go into the second round. Keep the CPP together. George Weah chances of the first round is blink because the CPP will defeat them in the first round. So once you dismantle the CPP, everybody go on their own. That means George Weah is possibility that he will. But I still don't believe that George Weah can take second place. I don't believe it that he can take second place. Or can vote. All the citizens can vote from now to Judgment Day. The state can cross more than 35%. They're not getting those new members. The people who went against, they're not going to vote. So whether the CPP having a problem, CDC said got a problem. So don't let things discourage you, please. Discourage that, oh, the CPP let us down. Then keep George Weah. If the CPP let you down, keep George Weah. Keep it. If you think Liberia sweet, keep George Weah. If Liberia is good for you, keep George Weah. If George Weah going to do it good for you to keep George Weah. But remember, you chase a black guy in the day, you find it, you can't find it in the night. So if President Weah is okay, don't vote for him. That's your problem. If President Weah is not okay, you would make that decision. So the decision is right in your palm that you're the one going to vote. You're the one going to cast your vote. You're the one who cast your vote. So don't let them to. President Weah went and gave ambulance, one pickup, and 10 motorbikes to the chiefs in the counties and put his name on it, donated by President Weah. That your taxpayer money. All the senators and representatives, nobody said nothing about it. That your money. But he said he do when I'm donating something that my president, but the president started his campaign already. So and you heard some of the chief to say Joe will be lifetime president. You're not saying nothing about it. He using your money because when you go talk, they say any other people did it too. Any other people they will steal the money. It's controlled by President Weah. That money that in the budget, the one they're talking about, building roads, building market, that $120 million, what they call it, and I know something initiative is all about the campaign. That's the money they're going to use for the campaign. The new money is in the country, but they're still using the old money. You see how they fool you? They say they're going to change the money, but the new money in the country and they're using all together. The people are corrupt. They are corrupt. They are corrupt. Seriously. They told us they were going to. So they're bringing new money. But the new money in the country, but we're using the old money. So what stand up? What are you agree to certain things? The same old money still there. The old money that is supposed to change is there. The new money, it will only government officials. Only government official receiving it. Only government officials. You also what happened Darius Dillon, eh? They kept Darius Dillon on the prison bench because they do the cops. They kept Darius Dillon on the prison bench. Now they got to look for money to build him. Oh, I don't know if they did it. But you see, sometimes when people not talking, I think Bility just want to set the record straight. We got to be careful. We got to be careful while we tarnish people's reputation. No court in Liberia have found Mr. Bility guilty. They seen Darius Dillon had a whole show and the FIFA. And we all know that FIFA Bility was among the first 5 that were running for that position, the first black to reach that kind of place. So FIFA said, misuse Ebola money. So they suspend him. FIFA can do anything. FIFA is damn corrupt. And what they did to president and whatsoever America can get involved anywhere. But, but ability defender and they don't defend ability. They brought so they don't want brought a whole document issue. They try to go back to the old document. They try to play that same. Why ability will sue you that you accuse him for tampering with document and you say he admitted. Eh? So ability admitted that Cummings play with the document and Cummings this that because Cummings just a quiet man. He just know exactly when to. Sometimes the quietness is not okay. It's not good. We must stand up. Supporter of Mr. Cummings, that meant well for your country, and you can see. Now, let me say something before I leave. There's a guy they call Randy. Randy Dapple came from CDC. CDC. Randy Dapple supported, when I say he's an American sedition, not sedition. He just started because he friend with Twe. He's a good guy. He supported George Weah. He had a podcast and everything. After when George Weah won the election, in less than 4 months, 6 months, yeah. Let me see, 6 August. In less than 7 months, he was on the show insulting George Weah. He's not going to support George Weah again. He's not going to do this. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do blah, 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 blah. I came on his show one day and told him, I said, that is true. You can support someone and then you start criticizing. It's too early. He blocked me from his page. So he met me, and then later on, we talk. But then when he blocked me, I blocked him too. So right now, I block him. But I still see his podcast when somebody send it to me. So look, he started supporting Bwaka. He and I had a little argument that why Mr. Cummings can go with Mr. Bwaka as favor. All of a sudden, Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings this, Mr. Cummings that, Mr. Cummings did. So people started calling me. They said, oh, my man. My man, you got to, somebody call me. I won't call them. They say, my man, you all need to let Mr. Cummings to call Dapo and call Chief Call and thank you. I said, boys, I said, well, you're reaching the other people. But I myself were trying to reach Dapo. So I told him, I told the guys, right now, it's not because Dapo talking. I said, if I found a record, he came from George, we had to Bwaka, now into Cummings. But all Dapo want to see Mr. Cummings. According to him, now somebody was trying to make way for him to see Mr. Cummings. In ANC don't want him to see Mr. Cummings. They fear Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings will never be president. Mr. Cummings is this. Now, my people, self interest. Okay, so I started supporting Mr. Cummings from 2016, 17. I never saw Mr. Cummings. Everything until last year, January, that the first time I got a telephone call and Cummings. So I have seen Mr. Although I can talk to him on the phone, maybe five, and today was the longest I've ever missed innocent. I'm not doing it for myself. So that whole thing, he said they stop him. Some people, my people, let's be honest. Whether we like it or not, no politician can see everybody. See everybody who talking for you, you're not going to go nowhere. This is about the ideology. It's not about you. It's about you. It's not about you. Don't when you make it about yourself, then you selfish. Okay? If you make it about yourself, then you self can. You listen to this. This is what I wrote the other day. It is not about me. Happy Sunday. I ask for God for something. If I ask God for something I should not ask for, if I think selfishly, if I ask for myself, for my neighbor, self, I'm not even asking for my neighbor, for myself. I don't want it for nobody. Mr. Cummings. Listen, I'm not worried about who. All I know, I want to win. I want to win no matter who, from anywhere. But the Mr. Cummings refused to, and no, and they stopped Mr. Cummings from seeing him. That's not truth. Everybody complain about complaining. Then he started with Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings not only, in fact, not going back to CDC, but CDC embarrassed now. He won't go back to CDC. He want to go back to CDC. Look, let us start playing. If you got interest in certain things, say it. Say it. Listen to him. You can know what big he said. I still talk to Maggie. In fact, just yesterday I talked to Maggie. I can still talk to Twe. That the people who got the money to give you, Maggie, that the one who can send the money out. You know they were in the same when he and Michael Gilman were in that same money business. And what happened? They start fighting with themselves because they sent him $20,000. So now maybe now they call him, they gave him boop. Today he almost supporting Joshua. The next day he supported Mr. Boaka. He supported Mr. Cummings. He cursing Mr. Cummings again. He cursing all the other people behind Mr. Cummings. So he failed the test. And I know you listening to him right now. I said someone been anything for too long. I said, but let's see how far he will go. The boss said, my man, you saw, you listen to Randy? I said, yeah, I listened to Randy. Randy was calling Mr. Cummings. He said, wow. I said, man, he want to talk to Mr. Cummings and see he want that direct link. He want, to give his resume. He's an engineer. environmental, some you can do that. And then when they read it, say, "Oh, I live in good life. I got this one here. I'm making good money. I don't want nothing from you and this and that." But then how you just change it from party to party? Look, if I will leave Mr. Cummings, it will have to come from Mr. Cummings himself. He will have to fail. He will have to convince me that yes, I can go now because he can't make it anymore. But with a better platform than Cummings, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe the guy is sitting down, but Mr. Cummings is the only one who explaining his his platform, going from state from county to county, talking to people, helping Liberians. He got scholarship going. His foundation is doing good. Moving on, you see. So that is how we know we need to start asking questions that will take us to the 21st century. Seriously, other countries around us now they invest into STEM school, fighting with a 15, 16 subject, and all the schools now they got the science schools, the mathematics, technology. That's the whole world. That's the whole world. You go to look at Ghana today. Eh? We don't have to compare ourselves, but these people came a long way. Freedom is not free. Like look at our country and think that Liberia is rich. In Africa, we don't need fertilizer. Anything you put on that ground will grow. But when you go and put 1.1% of your total budget into the World Food Program, and they had something any third world country want to invest into agriculture, you got to put the national budget into agriculture. You will create jobs. You will do better. Not to go buy hog and fertilizer for the people. Then you got the minister. So we got a lot of problems. The president using the taxpayer money to an ambulance for chiefs and put his name on it. You ain't say nothing. Eh? You ain't say nothing. Good. It's fine. They shut the legislature down just to go to the stadium to give it. Eh? So my people, that's it. I'm getting ready to close up. So let me go through the comments. Sorry, as I said, I don't really go through the comments. I'm not going to, I just going to just put it up there so people themselves. Um, yep. $150,000 they say for bus, for gasoline. And the bus is, yep. Look, the whole thing about stuff, it was all planned to go after Mr. Cummings. Let me tell you the real truth. That was their plan. But it ain't work up. Yeah. Soon this morning, yep, Zuka book. Mamalu Masekwa name is in the book. I know them. Rodney Sear name is Rodney Sear, the journalist. And these are all close guys to him. Their names are in the book. So it's close. You can tell that President we are said it. And before the man wrote it. But it's just sad. He needs to apologize to his wife. Now Mr. Cummings going to wife to come prove what. If Joshua was some decent man or innocent man, we say we understand. But the man can go and discuss with me. We saw tape where the women then all cussing on Facebook that about the president. Mm. Yes, were all demonstrating and they took the white panties and put ketchup on it and they're insulting Madam Salif in the street. They ever apologize? Man, these people, man. Liberians said was too deceitful. Yeah, seriously. Yep. Yep. Yeah, on TV, everybody got the right to say it because it's a sedition, it's a CDC TV. Look, do you Liberia fighting Patrick Honor? He been trying to get the frequency, no way. Or Eurodollar got a frequency. You got Spoon. They got three radio stations. Monopolize the whole thing. Real monopoly. Got three radio stations. So they themselves playing the game. In fact, I need to call them and see if I get an airtime themselves. And someone call me and see if I can get it. They say it's $150. If they refuse, then we'll let the Liberian people know that they're refusing for us to use the station to have an airtime. Listen, Mr. Cummings suffering. Anything that happen, like brother Mr. Cummings. Tomorrow, the other women plan to demonstrate tomorrow. I know or they say they're going to demonstrate against Ava, but look, they don't know that this whole decision was made yesterday around 12 in the night now, which is almost in the morning in Liberia. Mr. Cummings is the guy who take his time to do things. He don't just rush. He called Ava. Ava admitted to him, say yes, it's in the book. But guess what? The book sold out already. $20 for that book. The book gone. Yes, because they're not treating her right. Today again was this thing. And CEO sat there and Kev Hassan going after calling the woman name. The woman tried to talk, then he tried to stop it. It's just sad, man. Seriously, stand to a friendship business here. I hope you don't feel bad. This is not nothing personal. I even texting, I say, can you bring me on the show? Because I really want to criticize you. I know you. I texting, I say, bring me on the show so I can criticize you on this issue here. You can't be saying to Mr. Cummings must apologize, call the first lady. You think the first lady better than everybody? That Joshua the one that messed up. That Joshua messed up, man. Y'all stop it. We're against it. She just she is not okay, but when I took it out there, that Joshua the one I took it out there. I don't care how you feel about it. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Eh? They all on the place. They got rapists working in the government. They can't fire them. Foreign minister. They make America because they charge him for sexual harassment. Eh? They're waiting for him. And the president still went and appointed the man. What's that? That is not fair. Okay. Okay, Achimo, I hear you for that. I hear you that because I say the man door is not. I don't think door is somebody who ain't get sense now. But I hear you, my brother. I hear you. Yeah. These guys taught Mr. Cummings indirectly on the show, especially Keith Hassan. Yeah. Mr. Cummings should even on Mr. Cummings should be ashamed of himself to send a speech out and bring division in Liberia because the man say this is not about Congo, this is not about country, this is not about this, that division. That how he understand it. But the man is dull. Seriously. He's not smart. Because a smart man will not speak like that. Hmm? What? Yeah. Eh? Well, guys, I just got a very confirmed news. I've been arrested at the Sierra Leone border this night. Ava Toba, I'm saying it now, it's a confirmed. The Liberian government arrested Ava. They have been today, but he was trying to leave the country and he was arrested at the Sierra Leone border. I just received a call. Someone just called me from Liberia. So they arrest Ava Toba today. And they said you should arrest him. That's what they've been calling for. What happened? I sent a text to Ava. When I got the information, I sent a text here to Ava. I say, my brother, my brother, you need to get out tonight, or because the information that came out, they were planning to get him today. They were planning to go arrest him, not a court order, not like say to a court or whatsoever, was to go arrest him. But they have arrested him already at the Sierra Leone border. At the Sierra Leone border, Ava have been arrested. It's true by the government of the Republic of Liberia. So that is the news right there. Yep, they arrested Ava tonight at the. He was taking the same road that Henry Costa took. Yep, it's sad, oh. But they won't do nothing to him. They will keep him. But I hope they don't do anything and say that he was trying to run, so we kill him. But he had been arrested. Yes, Jerry. E- Everybody leaving the real cause, but they only talking about President Weah wife, that what Ava said about her. But the real cause of this whole problem, all the things that have been happening, like men discussing women, men saying this, women on internet hurting each other because of the president, two girlfriend forcing the president said that, all on social media. Yeah, about it. You got a foreign minister who sexual predator. You got other people who got video out there. The president still keeping them. Now, your call. So this is the thing. You all say we shouldn't say nothing, but you got people who on spoon and Kev Assam pushing it. They must arresting. They should arresting in a country. A country will you want sue, you sue first. But you sent police to arrest him, so that means he was on the run. He was on the run. And I think they said they arrested him with someone. I don't know who's the other person. But you never put arrest warrant out for him because they were chasing him. So they decided, and that's what they plan to do. Amen. They already put people to the border waiting. They have people to the border already say he shouldn't leave the country, the airport. He was never going to go through the airport. He was never going to go through the airport. Yeah, he was never going to go to the airport because this is not arrest warrant. He do not have any charge. They just arrested him. So the plan was to arrest him. He got the information. He started to maneuver his way. They were waiting for the nighttime. They are already post people at the border waiting at the Henry Costa issue. So they were waiting for him all over. Yep. So they arrested him today at the border. Yep. We knew it. I know her husband childish. I will tell the real truth. He said it. I no think why Liberians the thing we're doing. Let's say Ava die. Wait, let me knock this thing. They say, oh, Ava was trying to leave these people. They shot him. Will Kev Hassan feel good about it? They will feel good about it that he died or something. Liberia. Yeah, it's a shame. Yep, yep. The same president came on national TV. Y'all say the paper looking good. I want young 14 paper to look good. But he never reversed his statement to correct it. That sedition was saying that the man said 14, the man was talking about 24. But the man came on radio and said it. He said the paper loaded I want 14-year-old get taking care of the paper. He said it. Yeah. What we going into again? What are we in? Yeah, that police state now. The French that name in the book. Yeah. Emmanuel Clark. He's in in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know. Yeah, so Ava had been arrested. I just got the information. Yep. Everybody is saying the same thing, but from your statement, you're trying to pin it in a way that what you're talking about. You said it was wrong for Ava and Emmanuel to wrench a demeaning crap about the first. I bet you the question that you ask yourself and to answer: who gave the information concerning Mr. Josh Weah bedroom? It's Mr. Weah. You saw in that book. The names in the book are all close friends of people who travel along with President Weah when he was playing football. So, and we got tips for about women fighting on Facebook, insulting about President Weah. The president said this about you. The president said slept with you this way, and they were all on. Nobody said nothing. You're doing certain things. So this thing we'll talk about it one time. I'm not going. The Libra got better thing to talk about right now than even be wasting our time on this issue here. Because to be frank with you, it's already there. They quoted President Weah. Some of them they said that what he said. And it's proven more and more than said things. So if you want to be honest, Patrick Kennedy, let us look at the real issue. There are a lot of other women out there that been victim, and nobody said nothing. We get people on Facebook that cussing. Nobody said nothing. With Ellen Johnson, when they put Ellen Johnson, they put a painting and say that her honor close. They say that Ellen Johnson painting, they had a sedition her all over. Nobody apologized to her. They cuss her all over. Nobody apologized. People all on internet is a gay. Nobody apologized. We got a foreign minister or, 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 who sexual harass people, and they got his name here. He can't even travel to the States. Sometimes we're not doing it right, man. People need people need to know people or work for. What Ivar did was wrong, and he knew he was going to have to resign because role like that. Thanks is just a major distraction. But you see, Mr. Cummings never knew. Ivar been writing this book. In fact, Ivar and Clark been writing a book long, I think 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. No, three, 2018, 19, okay, 19, 20, 21. That when they started writing this book. So it's not co-author to that book. And Emmanuel Clark, I think, is a pro, and they wrote the book. But Mr. Cummings got nothing to do with it. The matter, if such a thing came out and it's necessary, he would tell him definitely say, listen, my man, you got to leave. Which is wrong. We know that it's wrong. Anybody, you should not even write a book of any Liberian woman graphic about the man and the woman. You can write it whatsoever. If you go graphic about me and my wife, that means I'll give you the story of somebody know. But it's not supposed to happen. So you don't have to be the first lady alone. But anybody. So it is time now. Something got to make us to start speaking out. So it is time now we must condemn anybody who go on field. Even we need to start condemning Prophet Keys. Not to start, he should stop insulting. It is time now we condemn anything, or you go on anybody post and start to use the F and whatsoever with you and black you and now want to come back. So this is what we, if everybody can do it, people will understand that. We need to stop insulting. We need to stop calling names. We need to stop doing it. We need to stop it. You know. So poor Ava. Ava is in there now. They arrested him today. Yep. Jerry, she said it on her interview with BBC. What today? That her husband is irresponsible and he's not can be a good leader. Oh, that long time. Okay, that's a long time thing. Yeah. It was in a New York Times actually. Since deal with consistencies. No nonsense leader. Joshua is blame. Yes, Joshua to be best until he discusses his own wife out of his homeboys. You see, apparently he discussed this thing here when he just met her and he talked about it. It's sad to be frank. We just gotta be careful, my people. Men, you gotta be careful. You get some Jew out there, you don't need to tell nobody about her. You need not to. You know, sometimes come men, we think that they think is funny, but it's wrong. Whatever you do out there, keep it to yourself. You go look. People don't know what. So then my wife can still ask the question. Because when I go out, the person I set ourselves to hang out, another one, by the time I'm walking out of that hall, when I take my phone on my way home, you don't get a car, I can't carry you, man. You gotta get your own car too. Trust me. I get patient for that one. Be Baba, I get patient for it. But I get patient for it. Get up in the net, drop you home. Yeah, I get patient for it. Yeah. They say all these things. All the things is out there. Everything. You know, yeah, all of them say nothing. Nobody criticize it. Nobody. All these things here, they said it. People have news around and they defend minister wife and all kinds of in people mouths. And, Sam Wulu girlfriend, the other person there, the person this and that. These are people who are close to the president will come and say it. But the names that is in the book, that is what draw my line and conclusion that that's not people who are far from George Weah. These are people who travel with George Weah. It's just that the way they explain that's to me a graphic. It was very. I don't think it was right on that. They should have thought first and said no. This woman, she's a first lady. She is the first lady, no matter where she's from. She is the first lady of Liberia. So they should have thought twice. And Ava, and I will tell you, a friend of Alva called me. It was just 3 weeks ago. And he and I were talking about this book, Ava release. And he said, my man, I told Ava, do not release now. You are with Mr. Cummings. It will be a distraction. What are the book? Because he has said nobody knew in the book. What are the book going to praise Mr. Weah, or what are the book that will support Mr. To give to Boostman? But you shouldn't release the book right. We're talking. We're in church. After church, we start talking. He said, my man, I said, but Ava still got it. He said, oh yeah, Ava want to release the book here in Frank. They're trying to release the book and release the book. And I think they removed that part from the book already because the one that I saw that they had on GNN, they let it took it off. So that's where I was confused from. I said, but where is that? But when I start calling now, last night, calling this morning, that's when I got the facts that, oh, no, 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 this there. So, guys, arrested at the Sierra Leone border. Warrant issue for his arrest is something that they did on their own and they arrested him. I think along with somebody, but they didn't call the person name. But I don't write for them to. So right now there are a lot of conference call and other things going on. So people, anything can happen. We just see you later. You can say Ava is very wrong and it is being removed. Good. I am also sorry the first lady was discussed publicly in such a manner. But I can gossip too much. I hope he did not. discuss his wife with our. Seriously, man. Any one of us here, if that us, our wife, they will be killing us. Seriously. Because how you think the people get to know? Pole Ava. Yeah, Ava try he he apologized to Mr. Cummings too, and apologized to people because he went to Mr. Cummings. Yeah, he's an engineer. Yeah, yep, yeah. Freedom is not free, but we got to stand up for it. Okay, guys, I'm done already. I just going through your post and I just putting it up there. Oh, when I on day again, he said he's standing. He is. I said the other day I saw the man show just yesterday. No, after the speech. After the speech, he said Mr. Cummings is not sincere to the Liberian people. And now today he's telling Mr. Cummings. He said Mr. Cummings is the one is different, and then the other people stop him from meeting Mr. Cummings. People I personally were trying to send send a text to Mr. Cummings to call him, but I don't know his number. I actually asked, I even text him on Messenger, and, his decision make him to make the stand to defend him against Aaron Costa. He never said he was talking for ANC. That was the statement on his show today. Oh, okay. So no, he's not talking. I know he was talking for me. He was some of his podcasts and defending Mr. Cummings. But right after the go look, right after the speech, he was analyzing Cummings. It looked like I was pacing up. He said somebody were trying to connect him with Cummings to meet Mr. Cummings. He that stop it for him to meet Mr. Cummings. That how he started. Oh, you're starting now, and the same thing citizen were doing, and this and that. Helena Flomo, do you have proof? I don't know what proof you want from me. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Explain yourself good so I can give you the proof. What are you talking about? Oh, no, no, no. I understand what you're saying. So that today, yes, he on that one, everybody decision. But the few days ago, Randy was firing up, man. Trust me, people were calling. He was firing up until okay, you know what? Let's just wait. So I was trying to get his telephone number. I say, you know what? It's always good for people who you talking for, the men that you talk call, because one of my things I've been telling people in ANC, and you see, people don't understand. Not, and I will say every day until I can register a registered member of ANC. If I will register today, I will register with ANC, but I have not registered yet. But it's the same thing. I see something in Mr. Cummings, and I'm supporting Mr. Cummings strongly. But I just got everything together. So it could be any other person. That's something I see in Mr. Cummings and his way of doing things his leadership style, and he approving it again. So imagine when Mr. Cummings president, nobody will take Mr. Cummings for a ride. Trust me. Yep. They go against their friend women. Yeah. Elena Flomo, what you want me to prove, man? Tell me, I will prove it to you. I don't know. When you say prove what, she your sedition, and the only thing I don't like about them, they let to they seditions are like people, with long teeth mouth men. When they die, you think they smile. They never really can give you a correct sentence for you to even say, or sometimes they look at white and they say, I know they arrested him today. They arrested us, got a call. Someone just called me. They arrested Ava tonight at the border. So people who calling for the arrest of Ava and this and that, I hope he will be okay and they want to take him to court. But issuing arrest behind thing is right. I'm telling you, you see, I was telling somebody my fear is that it's not even about George Weah. George Weah might not be the one to give the order, but there are people that already said it. I'm telling you, look, you see that government don't have no secret, no secret, no secret at all, no secret. They already posted people to the border that leave. They already put people to the border. Yeah, I think that's why I say be your own security. But you see something here? I always made a statement. No decision is right until it is right. Now Ava was trying to go through Sierra Leone. If you are going to go through, he made a good decision. Now he's arrested to the border. That means the decision was not right. So I could have gone through the airport. He's an American citizen. He got a passport. Gone through the airport in the day, not even in the night. But to go through Sierra Leone is shorter because it's just into Sierra Leone. I know. But I hope nothing happened to him. That's my own fear. I hope nothing. Mm. No, and Henry, it's not that why he leaving the country. And there was a threat coming to him. It's not that they order him to go to court or they order his arrest. The information was out there that they were going to get him tonight. They were going to get him tonight. They were going to get him tonight. So when we got the information, I think he was just supposed to find somewhere to sleep or be somewhere. I don't think it was good for them to try to arrest him. I don't think it was necessary. Look, the damage is they want to take him to court. They even to be frank with you, the first lady, she got citizenship in America. She could even sue him in America if she want to. If she want to sue him, she can sue him in America. But I think suing him in Liberia, they're trying to use of the president. They're trying to use that of the president because that's what everybody calling arrest the man, arrest the man. So they're not looking at the law. It's not the law, you know. Country go and prove himself. And if you, the communist people, need to be very careful handling this issue because if you guys keep, then the man in question tomorrow it may lead to look, my man Yango, man. You know that's the problem with you guys. That is the serious problem with Liberians. Because we talk about it, we're talking about a women issue because we need to Mr. Cummings' failure. You- You're not serious, my brother. You're not serious. You guys try to let the man in question to deal with his problem because he trusts himself. You see, Liberians, yeah, we got a serious problem. But anyway, Django, I don't expect anything much from you. Let me tell the real truth. I can't believe that you even make such a. It's not about guilty. Deny that he never wrote the book. He never denied the book. He never denied the book. And let me tell you the real truth. Even if you write such a book, it will not go. It will not play nothing in court. The real truth is that. But Africa. So when you say the man guilty, when you say he guilty, what you mean by he guilty? The thing is in the book. He and the guy who co-author is in the book. It is in the book. Now you say he guilty. The man got names in the book. People who gave him information. Read between the lines. You see, don't be too emotional. Don't don't be in sympathy yet to take side. Everybody condemning the act. Like our have dating to go. Everybody condemn the act. But if you say the man guilty, the thing is in the book. You say the man guilty. What kind of double thing you trying to say here? It's in the book. When Mr. Cummings asked him, he said yes. Mr. Cummings saw the book, and Mr. Cummings' decision and said, "Let's Ava, you got to leave." So what there is that uh, somebody where he's supposed not to go. So even if you fear for your life, that is what happened to it. They have not arrested, they have not put arrest anything yet, but they decided to go and arrest him. Go through the Sierra Leone border. That's his right. Put a warrant out for your arrest, and you try to sneak out, then it's a different thing. Then it's different. But they decided that listen, I got to leave today. I got to leave. So let me go through the border and I will do that. I said I got to leave. And that's it. And I been on him, they took it from him. Oh yes. Every penny in his pocket gone. I beg you, free no freedom of speech, like bro. They pretend. No freedom of speech in Liberia. So guys who talking about this because we know that your plans, every one of you. But one thing I would say, think that they will go after Mr. Cummings through another person and don't know, they'll be getting wrong. Don't allow Liberians to, because when Liberians get in the street, the military will take over. The military will get sick, we're taking over. Yep. People need to be careful of the fact that somebody saying that Mr. Cummings should Cummings supposed to vet the man and ask him, say, Ava, the book you say you're writing, can I see what you're writing before I can employ you? uh, Steven, that's how people think. Yeah. Some people say they're supposed to vet him. Yeah. To you, what do you mean by Mr. Cummings? That is why he should have vetted him properly before appointing him as chief of staff. Stephen, wow. That Mr. Cummings supposed to ask him, say, Ava, I heard they say you're writing some kind of book, but let me see what in the book before I employ you. George doing people job. You see, you guys are not fair. So, and Steven, I'm looking at your comment. Your comment is to somebody, but if it's to me, or if you saying it, or you asking somebody who said he should be vet, they should vet him. George, we have heard the news about the foreign minister before they even confirmed him that he got a case, sex, and Joshua appointed him. Joshua still appointed him. Joshua knew about woman Dicky and still appointed him. Why they never vet him? My man, you guys are not fair. You guys are not fair. Yeah. Even when Ava writing a book, and Ava said writing a book on George Peter Paul, you were asking, so that book about you already on your project. And the man who got the project, Ava was just a co-author, Charles Clark. And they two did it. So Mr. Cummings now should know. Listen, we will speak out. This issue is not just an issue about cloud women. We're trying to speak out to let people know that this should not be about cloud. We are alone. There are other women out there that men abuse, and nobody said nothing about it. The men themselves. So we got to talk about it. That it is the problem. The president is the one who gave that news, not nobody. Hey man, you guys are not fair in nothing. Yeah, yeah, but I can't finish now. Okay, guys, and we pray that nothing happens because we know it's very personal, and we know that Ava, they were going to arrest Ava. We knew that very well, so it was not anything that was strange. So you see, writing book about people, these are all people close to you. The guy who wrote book about Donald Trump, they were very close to Donald Trump, and they came out. What his name said, the Butler wrote up, what Butler and Bolton wrote a book on Donald Trump. Some of his leadership, the way he messed up. But sometimes don't go too personal. I don't think it was okay. You shouldn't have gone that far because I think Ava was supposed to think about it first. Say, oh, now this woman, she's the first lady of Liberia. You know, so it will not go down well when people read it. But let me was Henry Costa because he posted it. The tension he put behind it, it went like a wildfire. But I will be honest with you guys, it was not about Ava. About Ava. It was because Ava, Ava, he's the chief of staff of Cummings. So they started going straight on Cummings. Oh, Cummings must condemn. Soon this morning in Liberia, Yomli gave her speech, Darius Dillon. He must condemn it, blah, blah, blah. But he don't need to fire Ava. Even know Mr. Cummings. They don't even know. Oh, you don't need to fire Ava. It's not about Mr. Cummings, but it was wrong and blah, 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 blah. Look, easy for him to make the tough choices. It's easy. We said this, and I'm not going to call nobody name. Made a similar choices, made a similar decision the days before in the same age. Who blunder and did certain things, Mr. Cummings go. I have to let you to you can support, but you have to stay on the other side. When it comes to moral attitude, when it comes to there was nobody who will go around Mr. Cummings and be using some profanity. I will tell you, he's not the type. He respect women. He respect. Look, the man respect for women the way I see he treats people. If God trust me, but he got women and he love for women to work for him. In that man government, I can see it. Yep, yep. No, man, it's not that we crucify him. I understand. We got to let people know that he had been arrested. Seriously. If we don't say it, it will be a problem. You don't know who hands it in right now. So we got to let people know that Ava was already been arrested by the police at the boat. But it's not that warrant was issued for his arrest. No, warrant was not issued for his arrest. But when he got the info that you got to find a way. But the thing is that look, let's just pray that nothing happened. But we're not prosecuting Ava. But you see, when it comes to politics, man, tough choice. It's not easy because what they were trying to do to just tie Mr. Cummings on everything that he don't know anything about. Don't know anything. Yes, Mr. Cummings aware of his book that he was trying to write about George Weah. But the man in America, they got another guy book and they went and released the book. So that gave Ava all this information too. You know, you're right. You're right. Sometimes you should have left, but no is right until it is right, and that's the thing. No decision. So he felt going through Sierra Leone was the best way, but that was that's what African government, man. Trust me. I think he should have slept somewhere and make a way in the day. But everybody had Costa left now, so everybody was waiting for him at the border there. Oh yeah, man, you know it. Jackson have done it so many times to disrespect women on Facebook. I've seen one of his posts, even in some of the comments. Yeah, I've seen it before. Hmm. Yep. But then a lot of, he disrespectful a lot of time. Yeah, I see in some of the comments. Yep. Jackson, man, they get recognize you, man. You said something about somebody on a post before. Said something before. They get know you good. They get know you very well, my man. If you don't do it, just say something that you're not doing. Just say like seriously, General, laugh out loud. My good luck tonight. Hello, you got amazing. Dawg. So what you say? Lying on you? She lying on you, Jackson? You got to defend yourself now. It's the first test. You see what can happen. So this time now the women will be watching your. The women will be watching your. Hello. Info. I thought you watching me. Say I'm talking about it. See, I got that thing that 1 hour ago to Sierra Leone border. I know they say he and somebody. My man, no decision is right until it's right, man. They blocked that border already. They ain't issue warrant of his info that they were going to arrest him tonight. Hide himself. I thought you're just gonna hide himself in our country until he get out. And yeah, just hide yourself until you get. Yeah, look for him anyway. In fact, yeah. In the day, just take the crowd to go there. Just keep yourself somewhere. And I did send a post. I sent an email on security. Find somewhere to be for now. Get out, somewhere to be. Don't sleep to your house. A lot of places in that over there you could sleep there. Look at through. Finish. Go through. Look at through. Broad day. Don't go in the night. But I hope nothing happened to him because the thing is that what they're going to do now, the way everybody know, they're going to say, yeah, we see them arresting. They're going to put the people together. So Serena Seaforth get up quick, quick. Yeah. order of his arrest. Yep. My man, the guy that gave him wrong advice. Telling you, look, if I was in the shoe of President Weah, I would about it. I blunder everything black. This is where you make your name. In fact, I will come up here and speak on it and just let it slide. Finish. And apologize to my wife and condemn it and let it slide. And maybe anyway, politics, everybody doing something funny. Yeah. You just need to go to like in America, you won't go to court, you go to court. But I think you go nowhere in America. They got all the names in there that contributed to it. And these are close associates President Weah. These are close people. Zoga with they all gave information. So you don't know which information they gave. And this about Weah and Web that when you're playing football, you know how he met the woman. But it's just sad, man. It's just one of these days. He deserved what he got in business. Sometimes. No, I'm talking about the arresting. The arresting, he deserve it, but for Mr. Cummings to let him go, that's a fact. Yeah, that's not. So they want to arrest. They think they should have gone. They don't want to issue the warrant. Issue warrant for the man arrest. Issue arrest. What is the crime? That's my problem because he talk about the president wife. It's a crime. That's civil matter. You know. Yeah. Let me talk to you. I will talk to you later. Somebody call me. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I got that thing 1 hour ago, man. Well, they already said they already maybe plan to arrest him. I don't know decision. I don't know. I can't speak for him on that. But you know, the thing is that it's just the power. I think he should have gone anyway. No, no decision is right. He made a decision already, and I said we can't say why he didn't do this, or he could have gone through the and through Nima County and go through Africa Coast, broad day. And you can make that route and go. So they were waiting for him to the Sierra Leone border. Maybe they got a tip off, but he said got a tip off. They're going to arrest him today. But to be frank with you, I don't think. Let's be honest. It's civil matter. It's not something for you to arrest him. And even if the first lady want to take him to court, she says she's citizen in America, she can take him to court here. You know, but that's not. To be frank, we all can. I know people will not like it. People will not like it, but we all can say. I'm talking to you, the people. I'm on live. People will not like it. Because of the matter is that yes, it's the way he said it, and we all piss off because the way we hold our women. We don't want you to talk about women. But what he said in his book, he got names in the book, and that contributed. And he said that's what they say, or that information are close from the president. That's how people write book. You don't have to get a person on tape for you to write a book. I don't know the crime. How will you how so you can either sue him, defamation of character? Is that way? Still, I read it how they crime your husband. If that was ordinary person, that your husband you'll be dealing with first. How do you get to know your bedroom something? So somebody says something to somebody. Yeah, they gave me the wrong advice. Yep. 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 Well, the only thing we should pray for, they shouldn't do anything to him. Thing we should pray for, they shouldn't do anything to him tonight or whatsoever, because if to him, it's going to be a very bad thing on Mr. We as the whole world will know that. Yeah. I hope, yeah. I hope that security people be smart enough. If they arrest him, they take him to Morovia, let them do what is right. But I hope they don't go and steam hitting him and doing this, and something happened to him, they will not look government, because all the people now who call it, oh, they went, if he died tonight, are they going to feel good? Are they going to feel good about it? Yeah, man, they put that thing out yesterday. They put it out that they were going to go after Mr. Cummings. That all they did it for. And you see, he came out today, quick, she condemned it. But when the three children got missing, Yom didn't talk. All the raping in Liberia, they were all going after Mr. Cummings. But what they know that Mr. Cummings had already got the news, called Ava, and he told Ava this morning, he said, Ava, you have to resign. I will have to go. I don't really want you to let you go, but I'll have to. All that thing they were talking, blah, blah, Mr. Cummings already finished. To make that decision, not nothing for Mr. Cummings. He made a decision already. So all that noise they were causing, Mr. Cummings then just jump. You this, you that. No. He did it. But at the same time, let's deal with men. Keep your damn mouth to yourself. It's about. Keep your relationship to yourself. Respect the woman. But we're not doing it. Respect the woman. Yeah. Things that I saw in that book, I believe it. That President Weah said it when he was, when you're coming out, like you meet a woman for the first time. Maybe he said it for the first time and said, "My man, I guess you ready to knock me off my feet." But yes, I've out there too. They were not supposed to do it. Even the book coming out, she's first lady. People will go against you on that. If Ava was in America and not in Liberia and they released that book, nobody going to say anything by it and finish. Even now, right now, if Henry Costa were not going to push it and publish, people ain't going to know. A lot of people, but Liberian people don't read Liberian books, man. But some people read. Come across, you good reader, he read the whole book and he saw it and he said, "Oh, but here Ava cool. I don't know if they're not cool again because I'm Mr. Cummings. So hey, so they try to put Cummings. It got nothing to do with Mr. Cummings. That lie. Yeah. Yeah. So if Mr. Cummings was vetted, like, oh, Ava, they say you're writing book, yeah. What in a book before I can employ you? Let it come away from here, man. So it will damage Mr. Cummings. Nothing that can damage Mr. Don't let Mr. Cummings. People who say will damage Mr. Cummings, they put, I don't let Mr. Cummings. Finish. All right, man. I will talk to you. Let me close up. Hello? Talk to me. Where? I don't know. Yeah. Everybody calling now. Ava is arrested. Ava is arrested. Ava is arrested. What Jackson say again? Let me listen. Jackson said, Kim, I sometimes watch Prophet Key show like you. And Prophet Key do not know me. And I guess Prophet Key know all his worshippers. If he have some other people. Hey, where you going again? You start going after Jackson. Snippets of a show. I don't comment or worship. I see in the snippets that you do. Facts that grown men like you fear other men and bow down. King, why you talking here? So what between you and saying? Why you're making fuss? She snip peek. Oh, snip peek. Okay. She open her eye and just watch the show small. Bruh, let me go watch my Netflix. Yeah, I'm gonna say, oh, you told me Netflix. I got one movie to watch on Netflix. I off tomorrow, my people. But I will fire up tomorrow. I got tomorrow. Not off every Wednesday. Jackson tell the girl good night to now because you said good night first, but you don't go. Kim, you sounding very annoying. Like I said, I don't worship men. Only God. I'm not the person you take me to be. You have a problem. Don't worry, Jackson. We all worship God. Don't let it. Don't Jackson. Don't argue with me, my man. It's not easy. What Kim say again? Go wash. Oh, but to me, somebody told me, but I should. I mean, I gotta wash it tonight. I will wash it before I go to bed. I'll wash it before I go to bed. It's a series or it's just a direct movie. Okay, guys, I've been arrested. We God that nothing happened, and oh boy, you say so. That I hate to watch series when you start enjoying it. By the time you come to yourself dinner break, that thing happened to me. Too many times I was watching the arrow, green out the arrow. I watched that thing the first day. I go look, this thing start getting interesting. It's just start getting. I go look my wife too. I told her, oh, that was one thing. Was just watching the series, just watching it. When you get on the thing, I said to my daughter and all got to it. I said, well, what's going on? The first day I watched the thing when I came to myself was 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had to go to work. Damn. What? One, two, three, 4 seasons? Damn. Man, I mean, I will not sleep on now. Maybe I will watch one today. Yeah, I think I will watch the first one first. But someone was talking about it. It says a good stuff. Okay, guys. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. Did I pray for Liberia again? Madam First Lady, pray for everything because you're the First Lady. But men, please let respect our women. They are our precious. Damn it, the phone basic. Or Labrador call again. Hello? 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 Yeah, I will watch movie on Jackson. I will off. Like tomorrow, I can watch anything but series. When you watch anything, you gotta be careful, man. You will not sleep. Oh. Okay, let me see what young tell. I go read the whole book. A message from J. Randy. Clarification on Cummings' decision against Vatoba on Monday, December. I asked Mr. Example, please have Vatoba of his position for the toxic paragraph found in a partnership book made against the president of Liberia's wife. First, Mr. Cummings acted on our request and 5 October. Wow. In appreciation of Mr. Cummings' swift decision, I did a podcast on the same day and thank him for taking such decision. Yes, Yango, I know that's a good thing. But what I said when you go back to Randy, yes, oh, he been on fire with Mr. Cummings. He been on fire. People call me and they send some of the video and I watch it. And I said, wow, because I know Randy good. Him, I said we had an argument. I good. On the phone, we argue. He blocked me, open the line, I block him too. So that's why you see today we're not friends on Facebook. But I see the last time we appeared was on the Seiko show on New Year's Eve. And that is where I noticed that he was actually talking about Mr. Con. Yeah. You were actually talking about Mr. Cummings on New Year's Eve, and then from there he started. He went against Bwaka. So the thing is that I understand, but you can go against someone because of me. That's a wrong thing that we Liberians doing. Look, if I was going to do the same, because I used to get pissed off with some people in ANC when it comes to Mr. Cummings, but I still made that decision on my own. Is the man who going to be the if that's the man we're going to elect, he will be the president, not other person, and not people. So maybe you might not like me, Mr. Cummings, and don't they, sometimes we talk about when the leader is not corrupt, everybody follows suit. And, everybody follows suit. So let's just be careful. Yeah. Thanks for the information. At least you. Yes, and day for yesterday after his speech, oh, he was on fire again. Mr. Cummings is not trusted. Mr. Cummings cannot be trusted because stop somebody like ANC people don't want Mr. Cummings. No, and, he was talking about Ava. He said Ava is the one person who stopped Mr. Cummings from seeing him, from talking to him. So he said, "Yep, thank you very much." The topic continues. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, y'all have a good day. God bless you, and y'all bye for now. And I don't know if to play Mr. Cummings' speech to end the whole show because when I put it on, I'm not. And, and if you want to listen to Mr. Cummings and rebuttal, I can put it on. If you heard it before, then forget it. Then I don't need to put it on because if everybody on here listen to it, then I don't need to do that again. Okay, so thank you very much. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. Y'all pray for me. I pray for you. We all the same. Yeah, this is all about our country, my brother. And thanks for the time. Thank you very much, Henry. I appreciate it any day, anytime. So let me just play Mr. Cummings' speech. I see my face again. I be gone. I'm gonna go back. Let me can watch.
My fellow Liberians, of the Republic address, ability, and governance mechanism, we should be undertaking truthfully. On Monday, February 24, 2022, President George Weah was not truthful when he said, and I quote, categorically and with confidence that the economy is stable and growing, of our nation is peaceful and strong, unquote. Since President Weah came to power, Liberian economic growth is zero. The economy is sluggish, corruption is, and after promising to create 1 million jobs, unemployment remains above 80%. Unemployment is higher than in 2017, and the exchange rate is high, with prices for every single commodity, from food to gas, higher today than when President Weah came to power. Stealing, lying, promising, taking no responsibility, lying again, promising again, and continuing the stealing are the mantras of this government as doctors, nurses, teachers, civil servants, police officers, service men and women who keep our society together are being grossly underpaid, with some, especially teachers, having to constantly protest for their harmonized pay. Every year, high schools, colleges, and universities, though restrained by limited resources, thousands of young graduates, all of them hopeful of a better life, only to see their dreams and futures crushed by the lack of jobs and opportunities. President Weah's description of the state of the economy and the republic is not, it is insensitive, offensive, and disconnected, representing an alternative reality to the worsening hardships and deteriorating plight many Liberians are living through today. Failed and is now hoping to deceive Liberians with even more promises. It has been reported that out of 169 promises that the president has made, he has only kept 11, which is of 7%, or an F. Okay, President Weah is making promises, but very bad. My fellow citizens, our state is basically leaderless. To put it in COVID-19 terms, President Weah is in self-imposed quarantine. This likely explains why he would ridiculously declare our crime-infested streets, beaches, and urban communities to be peaceful and strong, and say to Liberians who are suffering through this every day that everything is all right. In rural communities, life is just as it has always been, if not worse, especially for women and children, with many dying in childbirth from preventable and treatable illnesses, while still too many Liberian babies are dying before they reach their 5th birthday. We are not in a military, and the president may be thinking that the absence of war automatically means that Liberia is at peace. Again, the president is wrong, because peace is not just the absence of war, purity, and opportunity. Streets and communities are insecure, and too many Liberians are still being denied opportunities because of their tribe, their gender, and party affiliation. If it were possible, many young Liberians would gladly leave our country, the land they dearly love, in search of pastures. Liberia's economy is growing the slowest in the Mana River Union. Continues its wasteful spending. In a new budget, this government will spend more money on cars for lawmakers than it will spend on all community colleges, all training institutions, the Monrovia Consolidated School System, MCSS, JFK. For President Weah and his administration to be looking to spend more money to buy cars for 103 individuals and not to spend it on providing health care to hundreds of thousands of Liberians seeking treatment, AFK, redemption, is disgraceful, irresponsible, and wicked. In 4 years, the president has borrowed over 600 million United States dollars. In 20, the national debt was $1.039 billion. Today, the debt is $1.69 billion United States dollars. Rather than make the future better, is making Liberia worse for our children and their children by piling the debt of government on their heads. We welcome calls of the IMF, World Bank, and ECOWAS to curtail Liberia's massive tax waiver policy. We urge the government to follow up on its acceptance with diligent actions, because Liberia's tax waivers are being abused with presidents, governments granting waivers to lawmakers and his cronies. Liberia has one of the lands in Africa for agricultural production. Notwithstanding, this government has failed gains and substantial investment in agriculture. For example, this year budgeted $0 for agriculture, for the agricultural fund. In fact, 3 years, the agriculture fund will get $0. The government has turned over to non-governmental organizations and donor projects, where we are yet due to the infusion of millions of dollars in that most critical and important sector. The president even has more money in the budget than the entire Ministry of Agriculture. The office of the president has even more money in a budget than the entire Ministry of Agriculture. Until we can at least feed ourselves, we can never truly say we are an independent nation. My fellow Liberians, the we-led government has not just failed to manage, they have also failed with issues of national security, service delivery, fighting corruption, validating our democracy. Many of you do not need me to tell you that Liberia's security is weak. Our country is a transshipment point for harmful drugs and a hotbed and human trafficking. These international crimes are hurting the image and reputation of our country. Last year, the president asked them not to depend on his administration for the and protection, the most important duty of any president and commander-in-chief, but asked Liberians to instead see CCTV. The president has surrendered to rising crimes in our streets and communities. Lawlessness abounds, and we are essentially on our own. Drug ghettos are easily springing up in neighborhoods and communities with no effective national rehabilitation and reintegration programs of drug addiction and abuse. The same is true of our prisons. which are overcrowded, many of whom are first-time offenders. These young people are being imprisoned and returned to their communities after without life skills. They are soon forced to the life of crime to support. Under a Cummings leadership, the drug trafficking in Liberia and the use as a transshipment point for drugs will end. Additionally, we will provide job training, prison reforms, and reintegration opportunities for Liberians, and will restore our country's reputation in the world by tackling and ending money laundering and human trafficking. Fellow citizens, fifth year, President Weah cannot point to any significant improvement in the delivery of basic services to Liberian people, including in the importance of healthcare, education, safe drinking water, sanitation, electricity enforcement, fire service, and infrastructure. 4 years later, for example, Liberia still has one doctor for every 15,000 citizens. Public clinics and hospitals, understaffed, unequipped, are experiencing regular shortages of medicines and medical supplies as government officials, families, and those with money can afford quality medical treatment by often traveling abroad to. Despite inheriting 88 megawatts of Mount Coffee, 38 megawatts which were power plant, and regional projects to supply electricity to Ivory Coast, Liberia, and Guinea, or CLSG. In addition to distribution communities funded by donors, electricity services are poor, extension and distribution to needed communities and households are frustratingly slow, and completion of the projects are delayed due to incompetence of the government to honor its share of the commitment, such as resolving resettlement action
At
plans
least let him
and
just call it
global
Wednesday. I
funding.
say I talked to Mr. Cummings today.
While
Oh,
we welcome the decision by the electricity regulator to reduce prices,
no,
that
now
decision
according to
is
Spoon, now
aimed
they
at
say
increasing access
let Mr. Cummings, although he
of
condemn
stable
it, but
electricity to most
let he
household
just
residents. Generate
apologize to the
electricity is
first lady.
saving
Ain't no
at
to say that. God.
substations
So
in
when I was talking to Mr.
Canada,
Cummings, he said, "For why
in
should I
Mount
apologize
Coffee,
to the?" He
in
said, "For what?"
Yekeba,
He said that the
and in
president is
Mano
supposed to
River,
apologize to his wife
none of which
because nobody
is
took
being
the information from
distributed
his house.
because this
So
government
how you say I start to
is
say you right.
unable to negotiate
I said because
commercial
to be
agreements
frank,
with its
if
suppliers
somebody were to
in
write about
Ivory
me
Coast.
and they start talking about
The
my bedroom,
CLSG
the first thing my wife
is
will get vexed with
using
me.
Liberia to supply
My wife will get
Sierra
vexed with me.
and
She'll not get
Guinea
vexed with nobody.
with no benefit
Yeah,
to Liberia. President had
that's it.
the president and his
Man.
administration
And
do
just what you
not
said at that
care
time, Joshua was very young, so
women
he
or
could say,
people.
"How can I tell you, man?" At the time he met
The
the woman,
president and
when he
his
met the woman,
administration
young
do
boy,
not
hey, man, I
care.
get it.
They
Yeah.
do not
And
care
Joey, I can
if things
discuss
are
women. Not to
bad
say they say I've been with a
or
man.
getting
I know the
worse.
boy. I
A
know the boy,
Cummings
but I will not,
administration will
it,
fix LEC. We will guarantee stable and reliable supply during the rainy
ah,
and dry seasons, and will
yeah.
connect more homes, communities, and businesses to the electricity grid, not as a
The
special
man appointed
privilege for a
somebody
few,
who they
but a
already got
right of
charges on,
Liberians
the foreign
to the
minister.
country's development.
that what we women need to know. That thing there, they had two groups of women there demonstrating. One group, what do you call
Many
it?
of
They
you heard the
were
president
comparing
speak
him. Another group,
about the
they were not
Millennium
comparing
Challenge
him.
Corporation,
Asatu
the
Bibi and her
MCC.
sister Yuna the
What you did
Thompson
not hear
were
him
on
say
two
is that his
separate
government
ends.
has
Yuna was with
repeatedly failed
that they
to
shouldn't
meet the
confine
benchmarks of the
Asatu
MCC
or
for
girl group.
renewable
Oh, there are
Shouldn't
two
energy and
sisters.
to
NGO
improve
There are two
access
sisters.
to
confine.
electricity. We
There
would
were two
have
sisters.
congratulated the president and his
There were two
government
sisters.
for the
That they
roads
are
and
two
houses
sisters, not the
he
where they are
pointed
two
Oh,
to
sisters.
in his address on last
Yuna
Monday,
Momolu that
until
married to
it has
Ted
been
Thompson.
realized that some,
Then her
if
other
not
sister name
all of these
is the
projects,
younger sister
are
name is
also
Asatu
fronts to
Bibi. I
steal
don't know
state
who
funds and
she
launder
married, what
money
name she using
through
her married name.
numerous
wow,
brokers,
Yes. They are
opaque
sisters.
processes, and inflated
wow,
costs.
So they were there,
For
that
example,
Kimiya business.
the Popo
Asatu
Beach
was telling
project
the group that they must
was
confirm
first estimated
Kimiya
as
and,
at US
Yuna were heading the group that the
$800,000
shooting
to
confirm,
build
you know,
52
Kimiya.
bedroom units, or
and you can't carry America.
All of that,
$16,000
all the
per
things, and
unit.
the people in the Senate, they are
Now,
stupid set of people.
Stupid set of
the
people.
government is saying
They are no good,
that the
a
project
bunch
will
of
cost
stupid people.
Stupid
US
people.
$3
How can
million
the executive,
to
they
build
confirm all
89
that kind of
units,
thing on the wedding?
or
Your state
US
confirmed it. And today they're
$33,700 per
talking for
unit,
election commission. What
almost
the
twice
election commission you
the
had
original cost per unit.
what do you call it? The authority not to confirm.
The
You
Liberia
confirm all the people
Agency
there.
for
With
Community
all the
Empowerment, or
baggages
LACE,
behind it, you
funded
confirm
by
it.
President Weah's crony,
Then
and
they
its
want to.
budget
The people
has
you
been
cannot
increased by
spine, man.
10 million
You cannot spine. I
US
tell for the
dollars.
kid,
So
the
what
people
I was
you
saying
got.
today about the election
Because you're
commission,
going to
This is
nothing now.
shameful.
Powerful.
because the election commission still got her job.
Is disgraceful.
Okay. This
The
telling
government
your man
spent
what and
millions
they,
on
they
Bridgewater
said the
Island
election
Road
result,
using
Yep.
not doing the
concrete
computer way.
But the man want he don't want that job now.
Recently,
He want to take that job.
a
He
bid
won't be the head.
has been announced for the
But
same
he
road.
doesn't have to be the head there. He stay
As
in
the
the
bid
when they
was
say
being
this thing on the
announced,
team. That way the
No, he's not the
computer
the
will
funny part. Listen, he's not the
to a company
the
owned by
computer
a
man again.
citizen stalwart.
He's just a commissioner now.
The real interest
look
is not to
today,
develop the
people
infrastructure,
the way they are,
it is to steal.
you can't trust
As
them.
a
You
I
can't
know,
result,
but
you
that
can't
he
say
now
we
laid the woman
continue
complaint
to
over and over.
see
He said the woman refused
issues
to do
around
what he was supposed
conflict
to do
of interest,
2020.
poor
The man
planning,
he explained a lot of things about the
no
woman.
value for money,
But what
and low quality engineering associated with
what
infrastructure development
Joe, we got
under
people there who your
Nigeria.
LACC say they are guilty and then you still get them on the job.
Additionally,
I mean
the National Road
all
Fund,
kinds of
or
men
NRF, is being mismanaged. Considering the hardships bad roads continue to pose to the movement of people, goods, and services, that the NRF continues to be abused by the government. We call for an immediate audit of the NRF. Audit now or be audited later. Do the right things now or answer for the wrongs later. My fellow citizens, our cherished democracy is under stress. Over the last 4 years, President Weah has sought to undermine the rule of law and roll back good governance practices. Political interference and executive overreach in the justice system continued, beginning with a politically motivated impeachment of Justice Kabina Janet, up to and including the political prosecution of formidable opposition leaders on trumped up and false charges. Peaceful protests and assemblies, arrest, and warning of peaceful citizens. President Weah and his administration are yet to realize that peaceful assemblies are inherent guarantees and ingredients for functional democracies, while judicial independence is indispensable to the consolidation of democracy and growth of the economy. The same is also true about corruption, which has gotten worse under President Weah. Nearly every month, a new corruption scandal is uncovered. Just before the president's address, we learned that $14 million, which was meant for rice importation subsidy, was stolen. Last month, corruption allegedly occurred at the National Elections Commission. Corruption has been in the driving force of this presidency from the beginning, killing our country and undermining the well-being of our people. It is time for President Weah to lead by good example against corruption. Therefore, I urge him to publicly declare his assets and encourage officials of government to do the same. Think about this. As president, I will publicly declare my assets year on year and will instruct the forensic audit of all expenditures of the current Liberian government, and wherever determined that those with fiduciary responsibility turn a blind eye to their duties, facilitated the conversion of public funds to private use, such individuals will face the full weight of regardless of who you are. We have to get serious about stopping the stealing. My fellow Liberians, measuring success of tenures like this Weah administration does under perceived wrongs of the past is the textbook definition of flawed, visionless, and inconsequential leadership. The ANC and I will provide consequential leadership to our country, one that will take responsibility, make the required tough choices and hard decisions that may not seem pleasant, but are necessary to get the future of shared prosperity and equality, opportunity that Liberians deserve and have been denied for too long. We recognize of dressing up the body of our country, building roads and sports parks. But the real changes we must also make is to clean up our nation's soul, destroy our country, or pull each other down when we should be building and lifting each other up, so that no Liberian child to what they can become because of their gender, tribe, or religion. When we clean our nation's soul, we ensure that no Liberian needs to feel excluded, marginalized, or denied opportunities in their own country because they are opposition, come from a different region, ethnicity, or religion. So that all of our children, boys and girls, have the best opportunity to be the best adult versions of themselves because they have access to the best quality education and can strive for excellence right here in Liberia. Cleaning the nation's soul means women will have an equal seat around the national decision making, and the rights and issues of women are not treated as tokens for their male counterparts' political support and campaigns, but is necessary for the sustainable development of our country, so that our communities and streets are safe and secure, and peaceful worshippers seeking level of their souls and a better tomorrow for themselves and their children are not rushed to death out of fear of the commission of crimes against them or those of an untrained police force. We should be protecting them. We clean our nation's soul so that we manage the great wealth of our nation more equitably and accountably, to ensure no longer considered amongst the poorest and most corrupt in the world, and that all Liberians benefit from all that Liberia is blessed to have, so that hospitals are accessible, affordable, and modernized, not just with medicines and beds, but also with the necessary equipment and technology, that all Liberians have the same chance at the best possible healthcare delivery, again, right here in Liberia. It's a chance for our young people to study and graduate, assured that they are equally guaranteed a chance to get a job and the support and assistance they need to build their careers, raise and care for their families, and return support and assistance to their parents who sacrificed to educate them, so that some of our citizens, including the elderly, are no longer made to beg for livelihood. In the same country, many spend their lives serving, but the Liberians continue to be bystanders in the business of the growth of the economy, with unconscionable restrictions imposed on Liberian businesses and entrepreneurship. We must cleanse the soul of our nation so that our country is no longer a den of crimes and drugs and rape and sexual abuse with impunity or money laundering and human trafficking. And so that public service is actually for the good of the public and not for the illicit acquisition of overnight wealth by government officials. Finally, my fellow Liberians, the and general elections scheduled for October of 2023 will mean a lot of Liberia's future. Liberians will have the chance to choose a new direction for our country. We must not become complacent, nor let ourselves get disengaged and uninvolved. As we continue to see, not only will we continue to live with the consequences of the incompetent and corrupt leadership of our country, if we fail to change it, be assured that it will only get increasingly worse. After 4 years of failures, President Weah is hoping we can all forget how he and his officials prioritized getting themselves rich overnight, while they connived and deceived to keep Liberians poorer and divided. Leaderships, they are looking to make more promises, take no responsibility, and siphon public money in pursuit of their selfish political interest. Despite our best efforts, we admitted, and unfortunately, that as currently constituted, the CPP may not make it to 2023. You, the Liberian people, collectively will make it to 2023. The CPP may have been your preferred vehicle for change, but the need to change ought to not end because the preferred vehicle broke down along the way. Only the failed leadership of President Weah will benefit if we give up on the need to change the direction of our country. We must never give up. We must never, never lose hope. Liberia, the land we love and have been blessed to own together, mismanaged and crying out for change, needs all of us to stand together, educated and uneducated, Christians and Muslims, old and young, common and country, man and all of us who know our country must change and must continue to fight to deliver real change starting in 20. Real change will not happen because of party. History shows it has always happened because of the people. Our children deserve change. Liberian families of tribes and religions still change. Liberia deserves better. Liberia deserves better. God bless you. God bless our country, Liberia. I thank you.
How was it?